Yep. Hello, everyone. This is Arceus Rules here. I am joined by BunnyBritney.
Yes. Hello.
And Crimson. It looks like we're live now.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I got a notification that we're live.
Are you? Are we sure about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
The thing is,
Should I do the I like
Doing that
cheese
again.
joke again? Or?
Yes,
feel
yes,
free. We
please.
love cheese. Let's talk about cheese again. Here, I'll just put you here.
I went and stopped somewhere on the way home from work. Got like mozzarella sticks, and they weren't cooked all the way through.
You sound fine. You sound fine, by the way, Crimson, from what I was listening to.
Well, then I'm gonna keep talking about cheese.
Yes, the mozzarella sticks.
So
talking about mozzarella sticks.
So let me start over then again. All right, guys, since you guys are probably in the chat, welcome. This is Arceus Rules here. I'm joined by BunnyBritney again.
Yep.
And we have a very special guest today, Crimson. Introduce yourself, man. Talk about the cheese or whatever.
No, I got dinner on the way home, and I got mozzarella sticks, and they weren't cooked all the way through. And that always annoys me. When they don't cook them all the way through, it's just like cold mozzarella in the center.
I hate when that happens. That's like the worst ever. Okay.
So let me get this sharing everywhere.
Don't screw with my fried cheese. That'll make me a very angry man.
Yeah, no, I see. I'm gonna have to.
Wah. It does not like your.
It doesn't like your showing your profile picture
Yeah, like
today.
it'll show and then it'll just disappear. I don't even know how that's possible. Why don't we just do half the screen him and half the screen my anime list?
If it acts up again,
Why don't we just
we'll
do
do
that?
that.
What do you mean if it acts up again? You don't even. Okay.
there you
Let's
are.
hope it
There we
works.
are.
If it doesn't work, we'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, I just shared it on Twitter.
Let's put this.
Okay. Awesome. So
Maybe I'll just continue retweeting my dress-up darling rumors.
yeah, so the cheese, you know.
So the cheese.
Welcome David, welcome Alex, welcome Nagisa. Good to see some familiar faces from last night. Awesome.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing? As you were saying, Crimson?
What about the cheese or about my dress-up darling?
Whichever you want to.
Yeah.
Where were we?
I know, right?
Going everywhere.
Oh, no. There are now rumors circulating about how my dress-up darling could get a sequel manga.
A sequel manga? What are they gonna do? Like have their kids or something? Like, or I don't even know.
Maybe. They did it for teasing Master Takagi.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was kind of like running while it was also running. Like both of them were running at the same time. Why do they need to milk this stuff? Like, it's fine. Just leave it.
Yeah.
If you want it to continue, just continue it. Don't make a sequel manga.
It feels like they should just do like a one-shot of it.
Yeah.
There's a series called We're New at This, where it basically goes all the way up until like the couple has their kids, and then they do one more volume where it basically just shows them like 16, 17 years later, where their kids are entering high school.
Yeah.
And like they're in their 40s or whatever, and just kind of like a good wrap up to the series. Something like that I feel like would be appropriate for my dress-up darling, especially considering like they literally just got together and the manga's ending.
I know, literally. I mean, they could literally do what was it, Hokkaido Gals? Because that ended a bit ago, and literally they did like the last volume, and it's just like a speed run of, oh my goodness, they got married, and look, they had a kid, and look, their kids now getting married. Literally, just like a speed run of that. Sure, do that, you know. We'll see everything we need to see.
Awesome. So we got Alex, David, and Nagisa here. How's it going, Felzu? Mixes ass if you cut the cheese, man. How does this work? We're just gonna be talking about these 2 seasons of anime, man. David's chilling. I'm great. 2020 was when I started watching seasonals. like Clan Night After Story. I started watching anime in the 80s before we knew what anime was. Okay, we sound good. That's great. The rumored premise of the sequel manga is going to be centered around the preparational marriage of Marin and Gojo. David sounds like crap. Crimson still sounds distant, but mostly I can hear him. Tower God is garbage. Pass it on. Okay.
We're everywhere today. Wow. Okay.
All right. All right. Cool, guys. Cool.
His thing's still
Where
not
did
showing.
Tower
Do you
of
want to
God
take it
come
off?
in?
His thing.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I don't know why Tower of God came up. Just delete that.
Yeah, I probably.
We're fixing
It
things.
might be something like me with my perpetual beef with Tokyo Revengers, where I'll just randomly bring up the fact that I hate that series.
Okay.
No?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Are we struck? You muted yourself.
Yes.
You muted yourself.
Okay, hold on.
You can't just mute yourself.
I just.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Hold
Oh
on.
my gosh. Do you need me to do this? OMG.
Yes.
The struggle is real.
Now I did something stupid.
The hell? What are you doing? Do you want me to do this?
Hold on. Can you hear me now, man?
It's not
I
muted.
can hear you.
He
yeah.
muted the mic. I was like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to put you on the screen, but I'm having trouble.
It made me panic because
Just let me show you.
I have a bit of an issue with connectivity ever since we messed with our internet over here. So I thought my entire internet connection had just died, and I was going to have to my computer.
There. See, I don't know why you can't just do this.
That sounds great.
Wow.
Awesome.
The struggle is going to be a little real, but you're just going to struggle. Oh, wait, should I put it on the other side? We're trying real hard to just put you in here.
Yes.
Actually, that's the worst corner. Put you over here. Okay, there you go. Is that better? We're
Shove me over in the corner.
I don't know. This is okay. We don't need to look at Demon Slayer. And you can still read. You just have to scroll up. Okay, there you go. Let's
There
just
you
work
go.
with this.
Awesome. This
It might
this
be
is
a little
great.
funky. We'll figure it out. You just can't touch this at all. Unless we split the screen too.
Just
Wait.
making sure you sound fine on my.
Yeah, because we could either do this or literally just put it half and half. Whichever you think is better.
Because he has the wrong mic on his end.
I know.
Well,
I'm just.
pretty sure it says I'm using my mic. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I would assume.
You sound fine. Like
I
I mean,
think
I
people
can
are
hear
deaf.
you. I think I can.
Y'all are deaf.
Someone in your chat is saying that I need to set my my audio to my mic in front of me. No, it is set to my mic in front of me.
Oh my gosh.
I don't.
I'm pretty sure yours is set to
You-
this.
I'm dumb when it comes to tech, but I'm not that dumb.
You sound fine. I promise.
With this issue, or with the issue of my computer deciding to swap my mic 100 times.
Yes.
You sound fine.
I'm about ready to fight someone.
You sound fine. I promise.
Yes. And the people who can't hear you, they just need to like up their volume.
You sound fine. I promise.
Do you want? This is a struggle.
I think they have a skill issue. That's what I think.
Okay, I'm just echoing. All right. Anyways, this is enough dilly dallying. You know.
We wasted most of our time. Okay.
Almost everybody hates Tokyo Revengers,
What
but
are
the
we
first
on?
season is the only good one by fans. Okay.
Okay, so moving
Cool.
on.
Watch it on mobile YouTube app, and you may understand what we hear. That's what I'm listening to.
We're literally on the phone. Like literally,
All right.
we're all crazy.
All right. Cool. Okay. So I don't think we had AOT or Demon Slayer on our list.
Nope.
I didn't watch those in that time frame, so I did watch Demon Slayer.
Well, then you could talk about it.
I'm not as big of a fan of Demon Slayer as a lot of people are. So I just
Skipped over it.
I didn't. I like Entertainment District, but didn't watch AOT. I did not watch in that time frame. I didn't watch until like last year.
I think it's fine to include it. I mean, look, I've watched some of these things after the season has ended, like way after, because I'm really slow. So I think as long as it was like during that season and you're like, oh, I just didn't end up watching it during that time, I think if you have anything fun to say about it, then you're more than welcome to share it.
Well, I'm going to save my thoughts on Attack on Titan for when I do a whole stream about it tomorrow.
Oh, okay, then never mind. Attack on Titan doesn't exist in this season. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so Dress Up Darling. To start off, okay. This was a really good show. I remember, like, if I look back at, before it even came out, everyone, like, was hyping this up. Like, and I had no idea why. Like, I had no idea. But I came into it, watched, like, the first couple episodes, and then I was like, okay. I get the hype, It's a really good show that you see that I have completed at an 8, so... Thoughts, Crimson?
I really like this one because I made my comments about romance in the past, talking about how when it comes to a series, like I want them to show like characters actually doing something, going through some sort of arc or whatever. Gojo demonstrates a little bit of that with like his reluctance to share his hobbies with people. And then he meets Marin and opens up. That part of it I also found a little bit applicable to my own life, being like a bit like nervous about sharing anything I'm passionate about, because when I like something, I'm not the person who just casually gets into it. Like I start getting really deep in the weeds, and as you can see, I've now gone all the way into YouTube for anime. So
yes.
Yeah.
I liked Gojo as a main character because I could at least sympathize with his reluctance to open up to people about his hobbies and all that. Plus, I was following Amanda Lee for a little bit because I found her music.
Love her.
And she was the dub for Mari and Kitagawa. So I was like, you know what? I've seen clips of this. A lot of people are sharing it. It seems like it could be fun. And then I got into it, and I was like, all right. Now I understand. This is a good series. Like, it's funny. It's endearing. It is creative as far as, like, fiction goes. It's really well animated for romance.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. So, to read some comments, summer 2024 will be the season of Shonen Jump. Yes, I can see that. Yep. I think that this season of AOT reached number 1 on Mal for a bit. I think you're right.
Yeah, that sounds
The season 2 of Demon Slayer remains the best season so far. That's an interesting take. Let's see. Another season 2 Lover. Dress Up Dog is my 3rd favorite romance of all time at the moment.
Wow.
That's crazy. I mean, I would not argue with that.
Why are you hating on him? Season 2 is the best season of Demon Slayer.
I dropped Demon Slayer season 2.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, no, I agree with you. Great characters, great animation and art, beautiful voice acting, and a great story. Yeah. Okay.
It got me into the manga, and I'm so far in 12 volumes deep, so...
Oh, wow.
That's crazy, man. Okay, so I don't think you have any other winter shows on here, so I'm just going to make this real quick. But I have Takagi-san Season 3. I think everyone knows I'm a big romance lover. And after watching the first 2 seasons, this is kind of, I would say, the conclusion season for their, the middle school arc, I would say, before they become parents. And I just like my comfy, wholesome romance shows with some comedy in it. And I think this was one of my favorites of all time, like romance. Like, I would say it's definitely my top 5 for sure. Wow. I don't think you've watched it at all, Brittany.
No.
But I'm a huge fan of Takagi, and I hope it gets like a sequel with them as adults, because we don't get that as we were talking earlier in the My Dress Up Darling sequel. Hopefully, like, we can get a anime of their relationship and maybe, them older, because this anime right here has a manga of them older, which is very interesting to me.
I don't even think I've watched anything else from this season.
Yeah.
Ever. Mm-hmm. Well, unless you want to include... Oh, shit. I forgot. Okay, so... Actually, Ranking of Kings came... the second half of Ranking of Kings.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Watch that.
Yeah.
Oh. I
Oh,
guess
yeah.
you could count that technically.
And Platinum End. I
Oh,
tried to watch Platinum.
Did that come out this season?
That came out in fall, which carried over to winter. Yeah.
Yeah. This one over here forced me to watch it. He just happened to be on the TV, and I just can't escape the room. And so I watched that.
Did you like strap you to a chair so your eyelids open or something?
I mean, I basically, not really. There's really only 2 TVs in the house, and with how deaf he is, I could hear it no matter what.
Exactly. If I can hear you, Crimson, you sound fine.
But yeah. Because he's pretty deaf. So he has the volume on really high. So then obviously I just got sucked into it. And that was trash. The ending is trash. They should just
Yeah,
not.
I can
They
agree
should have
with
just
that.
not, you know.
I never finished.
Don't.
It.
Don't.
I watched like 3 episodes. And was like, this show is ass.
It only gets worse.
Just I believe it's Oshinoko the meme. This shit is so ass.
Wow.
That's funny.
It's still not Tokyo Revengers level bad. Fucking
But,
awful.
oh my goodness.
So
Actually,
yeah, that's the sorry, it's not Tokyo Revengers or Boruto level.
yes.
I should say it that way. Everything
Platinum
else
and
here
the Ring
is
of
like stuff
Kings
that I had
is-
never even heard of.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
This was also a very slow season for me as well.
Yeah, it's interesting because a lot of these are on my plan to watch. I just haven't gone around to it.
Actually, that's not true. I had intended that season to watch Rusty Rabisco.
Isn't that this?
Yeah, it's high up, yeah,
This
right
one.
there.
Yeah. I still want to watch that too. Who was it by that you said the author or something? I don't remember. I don't remember anything anymore. We're gonna click on it and figure it out. I think it's an author that we've watched something else of.
Oh shit! There's also Case Study of Vanitas here. That's another thing I intended to watch.
Is it
I never
based
watched
off
the
the
part 2 of
White-
that.
It's the light novel.
Hold on. We're struggling. Who wrote it? This is the side quest that we're going on. Story is who
This guy, I guess. This person.
Okay.
No, it was like that's the only thing they've done.
What the heck? Oh, you just lied to me. Or am I
Oh.
misremembering? Okay, back.
So yeah, none of this stuff I ever. Oh, actually, I keep finding stuff in here because I'm not paying attention. I did watch from this season Akemi Sailor Uniform. That's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah. I've heard that's really good.
Honestly, I found it boring, but the animation was really good.
Yes, I've heard good things about the animation too.
I'm still really confused how it qualifies as a seinen.
Oh, does it?
My
Yeah,
dress up
that's
dog?
right.
No,
what
no,
it's
this
listed as.
the Sailor Uniform one.
No
I mean,
clue.
it only says slice of life on the My Anime list, so.
Yeah, but if you go down to demographic on
Oh.
my anime list, it says seinen.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we got AOT is the GOAT. Season
Oh.
2 of Demon Slayer is good. I'm Not Late, You Are. Sure, mangoes. My Dress Up Darling's the GOAT. Any isekai from this season I haven't seen. That's my least watched genre. Akiba Sailor Uniform's amazing. Sasuke and Miyano is massively underrated. My first BL was a good experience. I've heard really great things about that, but I haven't watched it. Yeah, Cloverworks is great. I agree. Clan After Story is the other story with the main couple going into adult. Yeah. Arc dropped Clan Ad though. Oh yeah, I did drop a Clan Ad. Yeah. Haven't seen Takagi or Akabe, but they're both goated. Surprisingly, the author Platinum End was behind Death Note. Yeah, I understand that.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Isn't that insane? Well, both endings are trash, so at least you know what people say. That they hate both endings. The ending of Death Note and the ending of Platinum End. So maybe they just can't write endings.
I don't know. I mean, I think Core
They
wanna.
never pleased a woman because they're terrible at finishing.
Yes.
I
Correct.
think Core 1 of Platinum End was fine. I enjoyed myself. I think Core 2 was kind of shit, to be honest. Like everything, like the story, the animation, like everything just got worse. So like I don't blame it. And it looks like you're right, Crimson. It's a sign-in magazine. Yeah. Nice.
Are you going to mention that?
Oh well, I don't know. I watched this. It's called Fantasy or by Shoujo.
By shoujo?
I mean, it's about two salarymen. The guy gets turned into this blonde hair girl, and his coworker, who's the guy right there. They both have a love spell on each other, even though they're both dudes. And he's in a like girl's appearance, and they're trying to just
I
get.
remember seeing a lot of clips from that.
Yes.
It was fine.
It was funny.
fine.
I already scrolled through everything. You didn't watch anything else.
Awesome. So I guess that leaves spring
Next.
to go to next. I know.
You just click on this.
Okay.
The struggle is real over here. There you go.
There you go.
Spring.
Ooh, okay. There are a lot of things in here that.
Yes, a
Yeah,
lot of
same
things.
here.
Yeah.
And then trash.
Not all of
right
them
there.
I watched, but oh fuck, a couple of cuckoos is in this one.
Oh god, we don't talk about that.
So we got Spy Family.
Spy Family.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I might be in the minority, but I dislike Anya. She is basically Grogu from Fucking
I can understand that. Anya.
And I would sooner see plushes of her punted off a bridge than kept in any collection.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, she's a little annoying. There's other little kid characters that are just way better than her, honestly.
This was one of the very first videos I actually did was Spy Family, talking about how my issue with it is effectively that too much family, not enough spy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed. I always say if you want to see like an actual spy family, just watch Yu Sakura Family because it's literally that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the manga for Yozakura Family a little bit more than I did Spy Family, just because Spy Family tried to be didn't blend the serious parts of it with the more goofy elements very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alex. Spy Family and Dress the Darn were the shows Cloverworks needed after the 2021 year they had.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Spy Family's good. I mean, I really enjoyed the first season. I think everything after the first season was kind of just good.
Yeah.
Like, it was all right, you know. Like, I think it's a good show to just turn on weekly and be like, oh, you know, that's cool. But, yeah, I mean, that's kind of my thoughts, you know, on it. I know Kaguya also came out.
That's good. Good show.
Yes, the true goat of the romance genre.
Yes, it is the goat.
Did you have anything to talk about with Kaguya, man?
Well, as far as Kaguya Love is War goes, this was one of the ones that like really got me into like romance and slice of life stuff. It started with Horimiya and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maids, what got me out of just watching shonens. And like a really fucking weird shift. I went from really shonen heavy watch list to then watching like Shield Hero, and from there it spiraled out of control.
Oh my gosh.
But all I remember about my first experience with Love is War, just as a series, was picking it up while I was trying to avoid interacting with family, and just being in my room, laughing my ass off harder than almost anything I have ever laughed at before. Like, I think watching Konosuba at 3 a.m. is the only time I ever laughed harder.
Wow.
No Anya slander here will be tolerated, man.
That's what someone said.
Fuck Anya.
Damn.
Couple of Cuckoos is a peak harem. Still stand by this, but harems of the late to early 2010s are still way better than modern harems.
Disagree.
I don't know. I feel like I'm like.
If you're saying a couple of Cuckoos is a good series,
Then you-
oh look, the lobotomite is speaking.
Yeah, nah, I get impressed every fucking week about Amagami Sisters. Like, every week makes me just have my, like, jaw drop with how good the storytelling and character writing is in that show. It is perfect.
Truly, like, a series that gets better with every episode as that one does is just... It's hard to compete. It's become one of my favorite romances out there.
Yeah, it is so good. Did you watch the new episode today?
I didn't have time because I got home, I ate dinner, cleaned up all the insulation off my arms so I'm not scratching myself to death,
Yes.
and then said I was ready to join the call.
It's okay.
That was go time.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't care if this ends in a harem ending. I really don't. I think every character is so good.
I want it to end in a harem. What are you talking about?
Yeah, why else are you watching a harem?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Moving on. Okay.
Well, Shield Hero is not on anyone's list. I'm pretty
Not the
confident about
second
that.
season. Hell no.
So,
I haven't watched since the end of the first season.
Yeah, the second season drops off. Hardcore drop.
Well, there's a whole bunch of issues that I could spend time dissecting about why it was where the story goes wrong, but it's not worth it for this. So we can just...
yeah.
Yeah, continuing.
All right.
Next. Okay, you can do it.
Shikimori. I think that's the next one.
Yes.
I don't think you had this on your list.
No.
Crimson.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Peak.
This might get us into a little bit of trouble, but I watched one episode, determined I wasn't really all that interested in it at the time,
Okay.
and never touched it again.
Disappointed. I have watched the anime and I've read the entire manga, so
I don't think it's horrible because I haven't watched enough of it to actually judge it by any consistent metric. It was just one of those things where I'm not really interested in this, and at the time I was busy as hell, so
Yep.
I just decided not to.
you're forgiven.
Yeah.
It's just really good. What I can say is I like the romances that the friends play a really big role, and you like the friends. They're not just friend A, friend B. You're this is a good friend, and I want this person to be my friend.
So they actually write a side cast. They don't
Yes.
just use some random plot movers as characters.
Yeah, no, there's a whole side cast. They're amazing. My favorite of the side cast is I don't remember her name, but she's the blonde little girl. Or she's short. She's not really a little girl. She's short. She best girl. She's just there for the lulz, really.
Yeah, I agree with you, Alex. I haven't watched Summertime Rendering, but I've heard it's very underrated. So
Yes. I mean, it has an 8.47, so...
I keep telling myself I need to go back and watch it because it seems very similar to one of my favorite series of all time. And I was like, you know what? I should check it out because everyone sings this thing's praises.
Yeah, I know, right?
See what it's all about.
Yeah.
Let's see. Nagisa saying Date Alive, DxD, Monster Musume, Sugumomo, and Mahochiki are way better harems. There are some
We're going
good
back
picks
to
there,
this,
but
okay.
Monster Musume is good, but I still think Tying It Out with Nami's sister is fucking amazing.
Yeah, I have no idea what Sugumomo is, so I'm
We're
looking
gonna
that
look it
up
up.
right now. I want to talk about Shikimori.
No, not allowed. You're not allowed.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that came out. I just never watched it. So, I like Shikimori. This is what I want in a romance, to be honest. This is probably a big hot take, but I actually like the main character, even if people say that he is kind of a nobody.
Disappointing.
It's just the cast that's just really fun to just see them go through everyday just shenanigans and life problems, I guess. And I've just always been the type of guy that's liked the couples to be in a relationship at the start of the series, if not just at least kind of addressed in the anime if they ever do become a couple. I think this is just my sickness of the couple just never gets together in most animes, and I would actually like to just see a relationship and the problems with it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah. Okay. Just taking a look at your series that you wrote down. So.
Keep scrolling.
Yep.
We're gonna skip some.
Oh, well, I got Tomodachi Game on here.
We're gonna go through everything.
No, we don't have to. I just think it's a good show. I hope for a season 2. These are the death games, suspense thrillers I like.
Tomodachi Game, it literally is just a friend game.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it does mean that.
I like when they just name it like the Japanese title for the first word, the English version for the second word, and because they realize Jujutsu Kaisen only remains Jujutsu Kaisen because no one in English wants to talk about sorcery fighting.
Yes.
That is so true. Bro, I can't.
I also had Trapped in a Dating Sim on here.
And we have Ahura-san.
That wasn't on anyone's list.
That was on my list. Wow, bro. Wow. It's getting a season 2, so it has to be somewhat good. Just saying.
I think watched most of it.
It's cute. It's just a cute show.
It is.
That's
but
all.
At that time, I wasn't really like super into watching all the seasonals.
Yeah.
So if I wasn't absolutely hooked on it, I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean,
so unfortunately, I ended up dropping this one. It wasn't terrible. Like I did like the characters, like just the way the two main characters interacted the whole time.
It is so funny. It's just great to see them interact. Like there's a whole part. It's really just a gag because obviously the whole thing is that she really can't speak or you can't really hear her. So they have a whole rap battle, basically.
That was awesome.
It's like episode 4, and they're just like rapping to each other, and she can speak. You can hear her because she's rapping, and it's just so funny.
The teacher is best girl in Ahura.
Oh yeah. The teacher's pretty great.
That's a W take.
W take.
Yeah.
And then we have.
I think I highly recommend Trapped in a Dating Sim. I don't know if you watched that, Crimson.
Okay, so no, I haven't. But you are like the third person around me to start talking about how I should watch Trapped in a Dating Sim.
Yeah.
It's literally the guy I was streaming with last night and our other usual co-host. They both like this series.
It's good. Yeah. It's good. I mean, listen, you like the OG Sonny villainous this season, man. This is so much better in my opinion.
Disagree with that statement. Okay. They're completely different shows.
I can't judge, but as far as Dad's been reincarnated goes, I will not tolerate the disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with that.
All right. Let's see. You got
you. Sooner suffer through all seasons of Tokyo Revengers again than take any of that.
Take the slander. Oh my goodness. And then next up would be your boy Kangming. Would you like to go first?
The biggest thing I have to say about your boy Kangming is I still listen to that song Underworld.
It's so good. I love that song, man.
Like, it actually came on. I just had music playing because I was alone in a basement working on finishing up some stuff today. So I just popped my earbuds in and I was just listening to music on my playlist. And all of a sudden, that song came on. I'm like,
perfect timing.
I remember liking this anime. I thought it was really good.
Mm-hmm. It's just a fun show. I mean, like, I really wish it got a season 2. I don't know. I don't think this is an original. I think there's a manga, but like the manga basically.
There is.
I think it caught up or whatever.
They did a recap.
Yes, it's just a recap of the whole thing. It's nothing. Nothing changes.
I expect they're probably going to do a second season, given this has an 8.12.
I know. I hope so. It's really good.
What I will say is it's a really creative idea, taking like an ancient Chinese strategist and making him the agent of this wannabe entertainer.
Yes, it is
like,
really
that part
good.
of it was great, and like all of his like strategizing using modern techniques and stuff, the way he just adapts to the world almost instantly.
Yeah, and they just think he's a cosplayer.
He is great.
Yeah, no, it's really great. It's just great. And then I think, because nobody really believes that he is, him, except I think her actual manager, like at the bar, and like he's like, let's talk about these things. It's like, oh my gosh, it's just wild.
I need to go back and rewatch that.
It's great. I love it. Okay, we're gonna.
All right, so a couple of cuckoos. All right, that was on your list.
No, we're not. We're gonna skip that.
I will get physically violent. I will reach through the screen and slowly wrap my hand.
Nah, I don't like this show.
Yeah, we don't need to touch on it. That's all. We'll just leave it there.
I think Date Alive was good. Yeah.
Which one was that? The 4?
That was 4, yeah.
4. We can't count in Roman numerals
anymore. Yeah.
I mean, there's
people in my college courses were shocked that I could write in cursive. So
I barely can, man. Oh gosh. I can barely read in cursive.
Awesome. I think
Lots of scrolling.
I think most of your shows now are leading into summer and fall of 2022. Crimson.
Sounds about right. There's a lot of stuff that came out summer.
Oh yeah.
That year.
Summer was big.
I didn't watch too much.
I have Classroom of the Elite. There's not really much said, especially if people hate the anime because they're light novel readers. I know Mix is in the chat, and both me and him are not light novel readers, so we're just enjoying what has been skipped, and we don't know about it.
So we just
Take it from a light novel reader. Light novel readers are pretentious as hell.
understood.
Welcome,
Like,
Kikro.
when ReZero Season 3 started, I was in like Discord chats with people, like telling them all the things they cut, like all of like the background lore of like, okay, well there's this reason like Subaru uses a whip now. And
Oh my gosh.
Welcome, Kikro.
all of this, and they cut out a character entirely.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
This whole scene from Season 1 where Aldebaran explains that he's from Japan too. And
Oh my god.
Oh my god. So
Yeah.
you're one of those people, okay.
Love After World
Yes,
Domination
yes.
was a good one. Unfortunately, I haven't watched it. Did you?
I dropped that, so
Okay.
that's why we skipped it.
Executioner, I watched a couple episodes. This is spring season, by the way, Crimson. That
I
was
think
okay.
I have that on my list.
That's not. No, that's the Cinderella one with the two
Oh,
girls. Yeah.
oh,
no.
well, I dropped it then. If it's on my list.
Call of the Night was my favorite summer anime of 2020. Oh yeah, because Core 2 would be understandable. I mean, that's something I gotta watch.
I'm
So,
okay.
yeah.
I'm okay. I don't know if you like Call of the Night. I don't know. The age thing, I just can't. I'm sorry. That bothers me.
Oh, he's thinking of Call of the Night. Sorry, I was thinking Summertime Render. Sorry, man. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I don't know if I'd agree with that. Because I dropped it.
Call of the Night?
Yeah.
Yeah, even though it doesn't say it, but yeah. Do you have any thoughts, Crimson, on Call of the Night?
Call of the Night. I follow very, very few anime channels just because, yeah.
Understandable. Yeah.
As far as Call of the Night goes, I've only heard like one talk really, really, really positively about it. Everyone else is either like silent
Yeah.
or silent.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And people love it still, so, I mean, more power to them.
Hey, it's not the weirdest thing out there.
Yeah, it's definitely not the weirdest thing.
I can't judge it, especially because I have watched and liked probably weirder.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of. No.
Well, we'll not get into it. It's okay. We don't want you to get canceled.
Okay, Licorice
It's
Recoil.
not gonna get me canceled unless I say something about Mushoku Tensei on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Yes.
All right, Licorice Recoil, man. The stage is yours.
Licorice Recoil. Okay, this was actually the very first review video I ever did was Licorice Recoil. And I love that series for a lot of reasons. Mostly because I think Chisato is a fucking amazing character. Just being like constantly like upbeat, cheery, like the whole reason to watch that show, in spite of her basically having every reason to be like this super edgy and depressed character.
She's just not, yeah.
That part of it I really liked. Plus, I also kind of liked a lot of like the lore they put into the series, like the Allen Institute, how there are like they seek out these people with special abilities.
Wow.
How like she has basically shotgun gun eyes, and she can
I know.
see
Oh
all
my
these
gosh.
things really well. And the main antagonist has like super hearing, so he can like echolocate people.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's wild, especially when you start talking about how this is basically Jason Bourne, Japanese schoolgirls.
You're right. Oh my gosh.
But it's really well written all around, and it kind of demonstrates. I mean, at the time there was like a lot of stuff going for like the culture war and everything, and I was kind of keeping up with that. And I was like, okay, well, this really demonstrates that like if you do something right, people will like it as long as it's a good story. It doesn't matter what kind of stuff you put in it, as long as it's a good entertaining story. That was why I ended up making my very first video on it, although I do still have criticisms. Like the way they resolve the conflict at the end still irks me, and the fact that they don't understand car physics, but at least they know how guns work. Unlike
Yes.
Sakamoto days.
Oh,
I did see that video of yours. I did see that, yeah.
oh my gosh.
You're not wrong. I disagree, but you're not wrong.
Yeah,
No, the latest episode of Sakamoto Days actually improved my impression of it.
that's good. I like Sakamoto Days, so
Yeah.
it's a nice show. Okay, moving on
Yeah.
to Made in Abyss. We have to talk about Made in Abyss.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to talk
I
about
want
it,
to talk about it.
that's fine.
Mind you, when I started watching this, it's because it was on Toonami. They were playing it at night, and I did not see the first season at all. Mind you, I skipped that because I could go back, but I bawled my eyes out. Just in season 2, I'm good. I don't want to go back and cry more. So, season 2 is great. Very much cried a lot. That's all I remember is just crying.
Yeah.
It's just depressing. So if you want to be depressed, watch it. That's basically all I can say.
Like mixes and look back, you know?
Yeah, if you want to be depressed, just watch that. That's all I'll say.
It's one of those things where it's gonna be like just a take your heart and put it in a blender kind of show.
Yeah, basically.
Sounds right up my alley.
100%.
Fun fact, Chisata's VA is the voice behind Sirius from ReZero, or Cyrus.
Serious?
Yeah,
That
Sirius.
makes sense.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, continue.
Okay.
We'll just skip.
Oh,
No, we're gonna skip that
yeah,
one.
yeah. Uncle from Another World. Yeah.
I'll go from another world.
Hey!
We all love that.
We all love this show. Yeah.
I watched this one dubbed.
Us too. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing I gotta complain about as far as that dub goes, because this sticks in my mind, is the blue-haired chick.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Because she's voiced by an actual like Japanese person who speaks English. And now this isn't like a Sally Akami situation from Tomo-chan as a girl.
That sounded
where,
good.
where Sally actually voiced both the English and
And the Japanese, yes.
Japanese versions of her character Karen Olston, who is the best girl in that series.
Agreed.
We'll get to that. Yeah.
We'll get to
This
that.
one, she clearly was struggling with her English. She had a very noticeable accent.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I just don't understand.
I love Made in
Otherwise,
Abyss.
I absolutely love this series.
I really want.
It's just so funny. The hedgehog thing sent me. The hedgehog joke.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Oh my
About
gosh.
how the hedgehogs want to like destroy the world and stuff.
Yeah.
I just can't with that show.
Let's see. We got Alex saying I love Made in Abyss because it makes me depressed.
Great.
Devil's a Part-Timer is the GOAT. Nice.
Only
So is
season 1.
Danmachi.
Only season 1.
I was about to say only if you've never watched any other season of it.
Exactly. So we have the same opinion there.
Yeah.
I like the blue hair girl. She's my favorite in Uncle from Another World.
As far as a character goes, yes. She is a great character. I just don't like the person who voiced her because it doesn't sound right. It's like a bad, it's a bad dubbing, honestly.
Yeah.
Everyone else, though, was fine. I still have one of the clips from this when, what's the guy's nephew? His name?
Oh, I don't
Where
know.
he's like, let's freaking go!
Oh my goodness.
Takafumi.
Takafumi.
Yes.
Oh, Alex Lee voices him.
Oh wait, really? Oh my gosh, I love Alex Lee. That's crazy.
And his childhood friend who he thought was a dude.
I know, right? That was so funny. That's just funny.
And then she just starts dressing up more girlier and everything.
She's like, well, I have to make sure he knows I'm a woman. Clearly.
This is one where it balanced. My big issue with to name an anime from this season, Trillion Game, is I don't like the way the characters look ever. In this, there are times where they genuinely look ugly because they're supposed to.
Yes.
And then at other times they also look good. I think this did a really good job of balancing that part of it.
Yeah.
This is when we're trying to make them look ugly, and this is when we're trying to make them look good.
Yeah. I think it's a great show. It's one of the best isekais in my opinion. Or if not comedy, fantasy,
I wanted to get a season 2 because I like this series.
I know, me too. You
Yes.
can't, the cliffhanger, come on. I just can't. The way they left us off, man.
Also, like the Evangelion joke about like how he actually understands what a tsundere is, but just couldn't figure out what the alphabet.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Part-Timer Season 2 was decent. Glad to hear that, man.
Glad you liked it. Keep scrolling.
Okay.
We're just gonna. This is dropped. All trash.
I don't think.
Nothing like super duper notable.
I don't think
guess.
any of. I think the rest of your stuff is in fall for 2022,
Yeah.
Crimson.
I mean, I've.
Ruby Ice Queendom somehow being worse than the second half of Ruby.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm gonna keep scrolling.
That I actually recognize.
Yeah, I've watched a few of these. It's just like they're not like crazy good, so I'm not gonna mention. They're just okay.
I
Yeah.
don't recognize any of them. Of course, Boruto is in here.
Oh yeah.
There's a reason they call it Boruto, is because it's boring.
Boring. Yeah. Think straight.
All right, I think we got one we can both talk about. Chainsaw Man.
Yes.
Yes.
That's starting fall, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
fall
we're-
2022, man.
We're in fall.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so Alex. So Alex says that Vermilion Gold's a guilty pleasure. It was mine at 2 before I dropped it.
Before we dropped it. Damn straight.
All right, man. Go ahead with Chainsaw Man.
This is one of the ones that I've actually done like a full dedicated stream on. Chainsaw Man is great, and honestly, I thought it was better than Demon Slayer Season 2. I'm just gonna say it.
There we go.
People got mad at me for saying that Chainsaw Man had cooler action sequences than Demon Slayer Season 2. Okay? But let's just face it, if a dude has fucking chainsaws sprouting out of him, that's just cool.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But look, as far as a Fujimoto project goes, this is about as unhinged as you can get. A lot of people complain about the art style. I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was fun. And really, there's not much to say other than Genji just wants the good life, and all he ends up finding is
Not
people
that.
who are going to screw him over.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
In fact, like I started reading the manga before this anime came out because I was going on vacation and I needed something interesting, and I happened to come across like this title called Chainsaw Man. I'm like, huh. And from there, I have become a weekly reader of it. I'm a huge fan of this series just because it is crazy.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Like whenever you think you have Fujimoto figured out, you've never been farther away from being correct.
Exactly.
Pretty much. The range on him is insane. Like, what he can write is just crazy.
So, really, all I can say is it's a well-animated series, cool action, cool powers. I like the way a lot of this stuff works, even though it is the most like sensible or easy to follow. And I also gotta respect that they made a whole album of songs for this.
Yes.
That's how I ended up figuring out about Zombie.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
All the songs are really good, too. I'm just saying.
And they ended up making a joke about the guy who did the intro in 100 Girlfriends.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
In the
awesome.
manga, you haven't been introduced to the character yet, but there's a character who like makes a whole joke about misunderstanding or confusing a word for Chainsaw Man, and then she starts talking about Kenji Yonezu.
Oh, wow.
That's funny. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you put it. I mean,
You put
good
it
summary for Chainsaw Man. I love it. I mean, this is like I've told a lot of people on my stream and people that follow me. I'm not the biggest like Shonen Jump guy, but Shonen Jump Plus or more mature shonens seem to be up my alley. Like Chainsaw Man, Dawn to Dawn. Yeah, I mean, those are two I like Kaiju number 8 as well. So, I mean, like, those types of shonen seem to, like, gravitate towards me. I don't know if it's because there's more blood and gore or there's more stakes, it feels like. Like, that actually feels like people are going to die or, like, it's not just,
You're just a wannabe edgelord.
Exactly. I like Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I think you put it perfectly.
I think it's also kind of an important, just like part of anime culture at this point, because there are a lot of like Chainsaw Man editors who, one of which has made a particularly big splash with Dandadan.
Yes.
Yeah.
The guy who writes Dandadan used to be an editor for this,
Yes.
an assistant for this series. So it's always interesting to see the Fujimoto disciples go out on their own and start doing stuff. There were rumors that Drama Queen, that manga, was also made by one of his assistants, but that turned out to be false.
Was Drama Queen a manga that just released? Was it that one? Or
Yeah, the one about killing and eating aliens.
Yes. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
The one that sent the entire internet into a fucking firestorm.
That was fun. That was really fun to watch. So yeah. Okay.
That whole episode was hilarious to me. But yeah, I think Chainsaw Man has become pretty block for manga and well, I wouldn't say anime, but manga in particular. And I'm looking forward to the Rize movie.
Me too, yeah. All right, man. Next up is Mob Psycho.
One of my all-time favorite anime.
And
Mob Psycho.
And understandably so.
Like this series is great on all fronts, and it's one of the first things that I think to recommend when people start asking me about like, so what do you tell a new someone who wants to get into anime to watch? I always say like Mob Psycho is one of the easiest ones because it isn't very. A lot of people have an issue with say fan service or some of the older shonens that don't have all that great of animation. This is like a really good, like easy one to start if you ask me. It's got a good message in the story. The fights are really well animated. The powers are cool. It's still got some of the shonen tropes and stuff to it, but overall, good storytelling. Reigen Arataka is an amazing fucking mentor, no matter what you want to say.
Yeah. Welcome, Rudy. Yeah. I've only seen 2 seasons of Mob Psycho so far. Yeah, I've watched 1, and I think it's a masterpiece. So I can't wait to binge 2 and 3.
Yeah.
I love all the intros for this series too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Another series that I just, when it comes to anime, like I don't know, the intros are something that are like particularly of a point of interest to me. This one being a good anime with good intros is just something that's something I will always note about a show. Is it good? Does it have good intros?
Yeah, no, I perfectly I agree. All right, man. Eminence in Shadow was also there.
My favorite trash power fantasy.
Yes, I agree.
So this one is like kind of interesting to me for multiple reasons. The big one being that, like, well, one, it's literally just like a power fantasy for an edgelord. The main character makes the whole thing entertaining because he thinks everyone is onto his game, but they are convinced that he actually knows what he's doing.
Yes.
He has all these plans. They can help him.
It's just great.
It gets even wilder because I started reading the novels. I'm like, okay, there's actually some interesting implications with like the overlap of the spheres and stuff. Effectively all like the other world stuff that happens. There are some interesting lore implications there. That kind of like really got me to pay attention to the series when I read that stuff. But for the most part, it was just like, all right, I'm gonna watch Sid clown around and do some goofy stuff and act like an edgelord.
And bark like a dog.
And John Smith, you know.
And John Smith. Oh man.
It's a good show.
I want more Delta in the show because Delta's hilarious.
What about Gamma, dude?
I'm sorry, but the dumb golden retriever girl is more entertaining to me than anyone else.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna go hunt the black juggler.
Dude,
Right?
it was perfect that Eminence came out with Chainsaw Man, and then when Sid acted like a dog for that like one moment with money, and then they're like, dude, it's Denji.
That was great. Oh my gosh. That whole show, man.
This whole series is just something else. And then, of course, the sister is on to him.
Yeah.
He's completely unaware that she knows what's up.
Yes. He just thinks she's dumb or something.
It's such a fun.
She keeps trying to force him to do stuff, and he keeps getting dragged along. And she's pretending like he can't do it.
Dude, the beginning of season 2 where
the vampire stuff?
Where he was getting dragged in that alley by his sister.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I just love it. The whole Excalibur thing. Oh my god. Bro. I can't. There's just so many moments. I mean, there's so many moments. I mean, the one that I really think is funny is it was snowing, right? And he's like, oh, dig here. And then they just find a freaking hot spring. What? He's just I just can't.
It is a genuinely entertaining show because it is literally it's so off the wall with everything it does.
Yeah, agreed.
All right.
I know you're trying to look.
I think that's all of yours.
Now we're skimming
Crimson.
through. I know there's still a few that I want to watch from this season. It was just such a stacked season that you really can't get through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's still some other good ones in here. Uzaki wants to hang out, reincarnated as a sword.
Bochi the Rock.
I'm not going to talk about To Your Eternity. I refuse to talk about To Your Eternity.
Yes.
Glad we got some Eminence and Shadow fans here. My Hero Season 6 is a drastic improvement from 5. So I've heard, yeah.
Yeah. We have heard.
We got More Than a Married Couple, which
Nope.
I thought was a good romance.
I didn't like that, personally.
I never checked it out, so I can't say anything about it.
Yeah, like you said, reincarnated as a sword, yeah.
Don't. Well, no, you're good. That. I want to say, I don't even know what it's a long title, but it's basically this girl, tames the final boss. It's just a basically your villainess story, I guess. Literally, just if you like a villainess story,
It's right next to Iruma.
it's great. It was really funny, and it's just transported into Otome game as villainous type time.
I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss.
Yes,
Yes.
I liked that one a lot, personally.
I wasn't huge into Otome games until someone else bullied me into watching the Otome game isekais with I'll be a villainess who goes down in history.
That one's.
Oh yeah, that came out. Yeah, that came out a couple. Yeah, okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yes.
That came out last season, I believe.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, that one from last season. Brown hair girl or black hair girl. Yeah.
Why that one? That one is absolute trash.
I liked that one. I thought it was good.
It's always the first ones you watch. What do you like? Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna argue. We're not arguing.
Yeah, I just like that.
Going back to what I was saying.
Bochi is a 10 out of 10 season. Still need to watch.
Yes.
Uzaki was fun, and Reincarnated as a Sword was a nice isekai.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So
I guess I said I don't know. I just like it a lot. I like any villainess story, so you really can't go wrong with it.
She likes her Otome games.
I like my Otome games, and I like my villainesses. I can't. There's no complaints here. Okay, so we'll just continue on. Nothing else to say.
Yeah. So I want to talk about
Urusei
Urusei Yatsura.
Urusei Yatsura.
Because this is a masterpiece, in my opinion. This is everything I've asked for and anything.
Some really strong words there.
I like it. I really like it. I was, when I found out that it was by the creator of Inuyasha and Ranma, which I tried Inuyasha back when I was young, and I was just I don't really care about this. And even watching Ranma's remake, I thought it was good. Just nothing. I think this is her best work, in my opinion. I like the craziness that goes on in this anime. The characters are just amazing. I like that, Lum is just trying to get the main dude, just to acknowledge her and not any other woman in the entire universe.
I was gonna say, if you like Eminence and Shadow, the crazy wackiness of that, it's very similar in this crazy wackiness.
I have watched a lot of clips of the British dub of the original version of this series.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
Yes, it's great.
It's funny. for sure. But
I do need to go and watch that one.
It's great. I watched it all subbed and dubbed the first season. I watched season 2, which came out in 2024 of winter, which concluded the story basically.
Yep.
Yeah, I like everything about it. The non-existent story, the characters, the comedy.
Story.
I mean, yeah, there is some parts of the story, but it's like SpongeBob.
I mean,
you can just turn it on and just like laugh your ass
It's kind
off.
of just like a slice of life. That's kind of what it is.
Until the heavy,
Until the heavy things, and you're like gonna cry, and you're like, what
and
the
then
heck's
you're like,
going
what? Oh, I thought this was a comedy.
What's going on? Pretty much.
Yeah.
The rule contrast. You have to switch it up at some point to keep it interesting.
Oh, you clicked.
Yeah.
We're just gonna skip. Well, I can mention something. You just scroll over. Do it yourself, boo. I don't want to talk about love
There you
flops,
go.
so we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
skip
There you
that. Speaking of slice of life, I think this is just my slice of life season, basically.
Wait. Love flops as in the one where they put like an explosive chastity belt on.
Yes.
Yes.
We also watched that one. I skipped over
Or where
because
the dude gets a fucking ground pound to the nuts. And it's just a banana.
look, man, and the whole dog thing. Oh God. That's why we skip it. I liked that show up until the end, and then they just ruined the whole thing for me. The ending did not sit well with me, so that's why I just like skip right past it.
Do it yourself is massively underrated.
But yes, going to do it yourself, as we call it, because literally there's a pun in there because the main girl's name is literally yourselfu. I'm not even lying. Like it's literally like I just can't.
You are selfu.
You are selfu. And I'm like, bro, y'all did not have to do that. I don't know. It's just a cute slice of. It's literally just cute girls doing cute things. I can't complain. There's some plot in there, which I think is like nice. It's good to have actual plot in there. But I don't know if you want to like learn how to do woodworking and stuff like that. Then watch this show. I don't know.
Yeah.
I do that for a living.
Okay, well then you would relate. But I think that's it, unless you have anything else to say. I know Pop Team Epic came out this season, the second season of that. Like I said, I watched a lot of crazy stuff. Another one where it's just like a clusterfuck.
I mean, Spy Family Part 2 came out, and I thought that's when the show just kind of got mid.
mid family.
Dude, season 2...
For saying that it was overhyped.
It was really overhyped when season 1 came out. Like, I mean, I fell into that category, and then...
What I was looking forward to when I started seeing trailers for Spy Family, okay, we're gonna get some like really cool like spy thriller stuff, and then you're gonna come home, we're gonna get like the nice like comfort moments and stuff.
Yeah.
No, it was mostly just Anya being obnoxious the whole time.
And then you're being like a dummy.
You're being a high schooler. You know?
I don't know anything. That's basically how she is. Like, what?
Oh my god, what if like, Lloyd has a crush on me? Oh my god, just shut up.
Really? I just can't.
Oh, whale.
Moving on.
Moving on to 2023 now, guys.
Oh wait, I forgot because I just looked at my man list. Let me just put an honorable mention for 2022 because I didn't know where to put this because it's just an O&A. I watched Romantic Killers. That's that year-ish. I don't know when that came out. That's really fun. Fun. Like I said, I think I just like the wacky stuff because it's literally just a harem-esque type thing where she's forced into it by a magical being that's like, haha, you have to pick one of these guys. And it's just wild because she's like, I don't want to. Please let me go back to what I was doing. And it's just funny. I don't know. But moving on.
Awesome. I don't think you have any winter shows for 2023, Crimson.
Unless you know of some.
I don't think I do. I mean, unless we're doing a like hate list.
You're more than welcome.
Here that I will throw hands on.
Awesome.
There are some ones in here that I almost put on the list, but never ended up actually doing.
So, I think Tomo-chan as a girl was a good romance. I think after watching My Happy Marriage Season 2, this was definitely my romance of the year that year for 2023.
What I will say is I was kind of disappointed. I read the manga and really liked the manga.
Mm-hmm.
Carol is still the best character in this series. But, like, I don't know. I just didn't find the anime as entertaining. And when I did my whole review of it, I basically said I feel like this series is going to just kind of get pigeonholed when it comes to anime in general. And not a lot of people are going to really remember it.
I gotcha. Yeah, I forgot. Alex said that Cyberpunk Edge Runners also came out. Unfortunately, it's not my genre or game, so...
We didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Yes, the anime that gaslit people into thinking that Cyberpunk was actually a good game.
Exactly, man. Oh my god.
That's so true.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
You're right. That's true.
I like Tomo. One, for the fact that it's a completed, like, story.
Adaptation, yeah.
Yes, June can be very oblivious, and the joke could definitely run its course, so I get that. But I think the characters like Carol made it. Even Misuzu, I think was her name. Even the cousin dude, like it
All
just
of them were
it
great.
just was funny.
I love that Carol is like, when it comes to like street smarts, she's dumber than a bag of rocks. But academically, she's a genius. I thought that was hilarious.
Do you remember the moment when she took her headband off and then just gave it to?
Yes.
She just gives a whole like
Thing of gold, yes! Oh my god. Oh, your birthday? Here you go. What the heck?
I watched. A lot of people hated the dub for this. I liked it.
I liked it.
That was great.
Tomo was as bad as everyone was talking about. Like, it's too gritty. It's too masculine. I'm just like, fuck off.
It's freaking great. Like, I can't even
June
complain.
is voiced by Rico Fajardo. Okay, I don't care.
Who's that? I'm gonna look it up. But yeah.
He's the same guy who voices the dude from Uzaki Wants to Hang Out.
Oh, okay.
We're special, that's all.
I feel like I've. Oh yes, this guy. Okay, he's also in one of the friends and quintuplets of the main dude.
Of course.
What? There's other boys in there?
I know, right?
Oh, he's Taiju.
Oh, he's Taiju! Oh my gosh!
From Dr. Stone.
This is how we do it. We look for every Dr. Stone character that's in English is like probably in one anime that we're watching every season. That's not even a joke.
I'm going to voice a very controversial opinion.
Don't you dare.
And say that Dr. Stone was better when it was actually doing the science stuff before they did the Stone Wars.
Wow. Okay, I understand the science
I'm the
stuff.
opposite of that.
I like the science stuff, but you can only go so far and do it so slowly.
Yes.
It was really slow that first season, like really getting there. And it kind of makes sense that like once you already have certain pieces, you're going to be able to do stuff faster, especially with freaking Senku who knows how to do everything.
Yeah, well the thing is, I really enjoy like hard science subjects like that. So like seeing them like talk about all that stuff and do it in like a primitive way, that was entertaining to me. And that's also like for a similar reason. That's also why I've been disappointed in more because I thought they were going to talk more about heliocentrism rather than just spam you with philosophy that is boring as shit.
Yeah, I can understand. I love the science part of Dr. Stone. So, I mean, the most recent season, I'm kind of like, are we just skipping over all this stuff and just going straight to... I mean, they're just like doing the plot. They're like, here's the plot, no science.
I mean, a lot of people are really upset that they were like bringing in guns and planes already, like really fast, which I can understand.
Well, it's not like they built them. Someone else built them.
Yeah.
Well, what I was going to say is, as far as that goes, I mean, there's a difference between recreating existing technology and discovering new technology.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
once you know generally that something works, it's pretty easy to get there.
That's
if
true.
you don't know what the hell you're doing and you're just experimenting, trying to achieve, trying to see where it goes, you're aimless. You don't have a focus on it. You don't know exactly what you're trying to do.
Yeah, I can agree.
So yeah, I think Tomo's good.
Yeah, and then we'll just skip over the conversation.
It is a good series, but I feel like that anime was, like I said, I feel like it's going to get pigeonholed, which it isn't terrible, but it's just, I don't know, could have been better.
Yeah.
Did you check if any of the things we skipped I guess you said that you really didn't have anything this season.
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Most of your stuff's in fall, and I think that's where mine is too.
Yeah. But
I mean, there are a lot of things I did watch in here, like Farming Life in Another World, Handyman Saito in Another World.
Oh, we'll get there. I think that's really low because that's on my list. But
Yeah.
I watched what is this actually called? Cooking in Another World. I don't remember. Campfire Cooking in Another World. Me and my slice of lifey chill shows. It's just fun, good fun. I can't really complain about it. I don't know. It's getting a season 2 eventually, whenever Mappa decides to do that. So it had to be somewhat good, I guess.
I hear a lot of people who are like isekai junkies really like it.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like watching someone cook? I don't know. And then there's animals, like, his pets. I mean, it's literally just him and his pets. Like, there's no drama.
No girls.
No females.
So
it's great.
You're a fluff addict. God.
Oh, yeah, 100% I'm a fluff addict. And, what's his name? Oh, God.
Did you end up watching Fluffy Paradise?
Yes, I did. I really did. You didn't even have to. Yes, I did.
How did I know?
You can probably list a lot of shows, and you'll be like, yes, I did watch that. But yes, moving on. I don't really have much to say about that show. It's just good fun. I don't know.
Yeah, there's literally nothing on my list in here.
Yeah, I mean, most of it I have like on my plan to watch, and I just haven't
Kubo was
gone.
pretty good. I
Where's
like that
Kubo?
one. I was right there.
Oh yeah, Kubo was okay. I think the problem with this, what else came out this season that's literally the same thing?
This season?
Or was it this season, or was it last season? Oh my God, I feel like it came out the same season, and I'm just like.
I went and read the manga for that series and really liked it.
Like a manga that's similar to Kubo?
No, it wasn't a manga. It was an anime.
No, the actual manga for Kubo.
Oh, you've read
I
that.
never watched the anime. I went and read the manga. It's complete in the manga.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm forgetting.
You said it was
I'll
last season?
figure this
or was
out.
it this season?
I thought it was this season, but maybe I'm mistaken.
Are you just thinking that, like...
Everything comes out at the same time. What the heck?
Honey Lemon Soda?
No! I said around the... Oh, literally the next... Because I thought, didn't Kubo get postponed, or was it...
It was postponed, yes.
But why is it popping up in winter? I thought it was in spring.
Because it came out winter, dropped like 6 episodes,
and then it paused. That's why. Because I'm thinking the next season has Dangers in My Heart, and it's basically very similar to that.
I could see that.
If you think about it, right? There's one, like, really shy character, and then the other person's, like, getting them out of their shell. I'm just saying, we'll get to Dangers later, but I'm just saying, that's why my
that's
brain
going to
went
be a big
to that.
topic, I'm sure. Kubo was good. I mean, I would watch another season. I thought it was a very
It's
nice
cute.
romance.
It's very cute.
Handyman Saito seems like
Handyman
something we all
Saito.
loved. I almost skipped this show when it came out, but I started it and fell in love. I love it.
It's great.
I just like that. I have the one thing I do really remember prominently is just the stupid things they did with some of like the artifacts and magic.
Oh,
Yes!
yeah.
Yes!
The night lady, I forget her name, trying to draw a dog, and it just looks like the fucking thing from Undertale.
Oh, my gosh.
Or when the old man uses
Oh, my God.
the cup. That was something.
Yeah, Merlin is just great. He is so funny. And then the whole, like, how do you measure here? Because remember, he uses a measuring tape, and then...
Monoraka.
Yes! And then, like, it's one of... I don't know the fairy girl's name, but it's, like, one of her, and then she's like, I don't like this very much.
Dude, they actually had, like, hinted to some romance with the night girl and him.
They all had like really well written characters too.
Yeah.
Even the girl with the giant axe was like was best friends with that dude that like Saito.
There was so many characters. But it's great.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was the big dude who was like all manly and everything. He's in love with Saito.
Yes. It's just great. I don't even know. There's so many like B plots, really, in the whole show.
It's a really good, like, solid isekai. I mean, like, good message, good characters, good story. It's funny.
Yes. I agree.
So, I love you, I love you, Saito. Hey, what now?
No, it was awesome because they were basically saying that the Axe Girl was possibly in love with Saito, but no.
And then she's like, no, and then she's like, it's him. Basically,
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh. But yeah.
Let's see. Did you watch Nigen Fushin at all?
Whoa. Hey.
What?
Nigen.
Oh, sorry. We're not from Japan over here. We can't speak it.
Whoa.
Negan.
No, I didn't. I thought about it. I never ended up going around.
The Edie's great.
She's obsessed with
I
Edie.
love the Edie. It's just a sweet, cool song. I know it has a 6 on my anime list, but it's just, I don't know. It's a cute story. It does not get concluded, but
Bombed scores that
Are- yeah,
Exactly.
It's just decent. Nothing wrong.
Inukai's
no,
dog,
we're
right?
skipping that. We're not talking about Inukai's dog. Okay, what the hell?
But that's peak fiction, though.
Oh, okay.
No. If you've heard me talk about Beihei Neko, I have the exact same.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Oh, Lizzie Olette. Oh, I liked that one. Another villainess.
And if we're going too fast for you, just interrupt us.
Are we going too fast? Speaking too
No,
fast? Everything?
No, I was just gonna say, like, there's a bunch of stuff in here that I would absolutely talk shit about. So,
I mean, you're right.
Go
I mean,
ahead.
Talk
man.
shit about everything.
Fruit of Evolution sucks.
The socks, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care who you are. It's just a terrible series.
Understandable.
I will not elaborate. It just sucks. I've already said my piece about Inukai-san's dog. What else was in here that I thought? Oh yeah, Trigun Stampede was.
Oh.
I did not even bother.
Wasn't that like the 3D animation type stuff
Yes.
that they did?
Yeah.
I just can't stand it. Like, I don't know. It's just too much for me.
Inukai's dog is secretly your favorite anime.
What? I don't know who they're talking to in that sense, but okay. Wow. We're just not going to talk anymore. Okay, moving on.
Okay, you know what? You are officially the first person on my hit list.
Well, he didn't say that. It was one of the people in the comments, so you could put them on your hit
I'm
list.
talking about that person.
Okay, I'm just making sure. On the hit list.
No. Oh, that's another one. To Your Eternity Season 2 sucked.
Okay.
A lot of people didn't like that I said that when I in the comments of my Free Ring review, when they were basically saying Free Ring is just the worst version of To Your Eternity. I'm like, no, it's just first of all, it's superior in every way. Second of all, To Your Eternity Season 2 sucked.
Oh, Fruit of Evolution is better than Free Run?
No.
I'm
what?
joking.
I'm just messing. No opinions can be said.
Okay, To Your Eternity is your favorite anime. Alright, go on.
What the hell? Oh my gosh. Is there anything else you don't like? I'm the mediator over here. That you can see.
Anything else I don't like? I don't know, people who don't wear deodorant.
Okay, moving on. I already know someone that does it. Ooh. I'm just messing. I guess I could just go over.
Go over your other villainess.
My villainess. I can just say like the 2 points. It's completed. It's a completed villainess. She's a tsundere. It's just an otome game. It's not like anyone's transported. These two people. It's literally very similar to Dad Got Reincarnated, with the whole the family is watching the story play out, right? But instead, these two characters are watching the story, and they're basically like God being like, do this, or like, speaking to the characters, right? To change the story. So they're like pushing the tsundere villainess to be with her love interest, and it's just great. It's just great. I don't know, love all around, and it's pretty funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another one that I have been somewhat recommended
It's
So
it's
I can
cute.
also say it's good,
definitely
yeah.
cute. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I think we can go to spring.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's anything else. Okay. Spring.
yeah, spring. Oh, right off the bat, there's a lot of stuff here that I've actually watched.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
First things first, Demon Slayer. I'm kidding.
The season with weak villains, not great storytelling, but some really cool action points. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oshi no Ko.
Okay, so this is season 1, and it has one of my favorite pilot episodes of all time.
Yes.
Yes.
Hour and 10 minutes of just like storytelling upon storytelling, making you wonder where it's going for the greatest fucking emotional sucker punch you will ever experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like, as far as Akasaka's writing talent goes, he's incredible when studios don't ixnay his ideas.
Yeah.
Because that's effectively what happened with the end of the series, is he had something else planned entirely, and they wouldn't let him do it.
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
So.
That's usually what happens with this stuff.
Well, when you're planning an incest ending, you really have to you have to be someone special.
Yeah.
So yeah, either
Not that I particularly like that ending either, but
it's either incest or death.
Exactly. I mean,
Those are your options.
I'd take the.
Oshinoko spawned basically an obsession within me when I watched that first episode. It was good. And the rest of
Insane.
the season was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the fact that the intro to this idol became one of the
Oh my-
most popular songs.
Literally.
Dude, it got sung on America's Got Talent.
I know. I saw that.
Was
That's
it technically? Did it get sung? I thought it was like the.
Oh, okay, not
music.
songs. Yeah, the music was played on America's Got
Yeah,
Talent.
they danced to it. I don't think it
That's
got
crazy.
sung. But yeah, nuts.
No, I love Oshinoko. I was also just like you, as you described. Like, after I saw episode 1, I was kind of obsessed with the series. I think it had great characters. I went from liking Kana in season 1 to liking Akane in season 2. So, I had a big...
Akane is ride or die.
Yeah, I had a big switch right there. I mean, it's just the whole revenge thing, you know. Like, I mean, I kind of always liked my revenge stories, but just also seeing Aqua just kind of like go his way through all these like people to just find.
One of the things I did really like about this, and you can see this through the 2 seasons, is Ruby and Aqua basically have opposite arcs.
Yes.
So Aqua starts off like really like in a dark and depressed place, and Ruby's all like happy pursuing her dreams. And as time goes on, they switch positions, where Aqua starts to like move on from all the revenge stuff, and Ruby finds out about all of it, and then it completely changes her perspective. That whole writing element of it is great. The murder mystery parts of it, like the stuff where it gets like really like dark and like will hit you in the feels, like with the first episode with Akane's whole story.
Yeah.
With season 2, you can talk about like Dark Ruby and the emotional acting scenes. All of that was really good. Like genuinely a very, very well written series.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Couldn't say any better. Hell's Paradise. I think Hell's Paradise, I had the biggest 180 after watching episode 1. So I watched episode 1, and I thought I was going to drop it. And then I watched episode 2, and then it just kept me for the whole ride. And I like this show. Like, the action, the characters.
The plot.
Yeah, I mean, the
plot's great.
fights are pretty cool. I mean, people were complaining about that episode where Gabimaru fought one of the Tenzen, and I thought that was one of the best like looking things I've ever watched. But that's great.
It's a good series with cool powers. I just don't like where they ended that first season. That's my big complaint about it.
I understand that.
Because it basically feels like a slap in the face with the memory loss and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I I will say this is funny because a lot, like when it comes to Hell's Paradise, I found something kind of weird about this season where people either there were two groups of people that came out this season: those who watched Hell's Paradise and those who watched Heavenly Delusion, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
And I was one of the few who actually happened to be in both camps.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't have much more to say. Just I can't wait for season 2.
Yes. And then we have the beautiful Mashal. I like Mashal. I feel like you just get my vibe for what shows I keep talking about. I mean, you really can't go wrong. It's just One Punch Man Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
much.
just have to laugh at the scene where he suplexes the chick.
Oh my god, yes. I just love the comedy of it. Like, he loves cream puffs to no end. And it's literally like one is falling on the ground and he just like sucks it up somehow with like the power of air. Like, I don't know. The comedy is just great. I don't know. Was that season 2 where he literally like does something so that the guy thinks that he's like choking on a cream puff?
Yeah.
It's like, what is going on? It's just wild.
It is dumb fun, yeah. I
It's
agree.
just dumb fun. You really can't go wrong with it. Pretty much.
All right, buddy. Heavenly Delusion.
Heavenly Delusion.
The series that got buried on Disney Plus.
I know.
I was disappointed to find out about that, but since I don't watch through the usual sites, this one popped up. I watched the first episode, and I was like, you know what? I love me some like post-apocalyptic science fiction. Like, this is awesome. Genuinely a really well animated series. I like the two main characters, like their whole like relationship, their dynamic and stuff, the way they treat each other. It's great. It's genuinely great. The monsters, some of the powers and stuff that are in it were well written. I like the mystery to the world, like how they're doing the split timeline sort of thing, where like you don't actually realize that there are two different timelines until the end of the series, until the end of the season, when they actually start telling you about these things. Like, they don't like give you that hint. I like that stuff. And the opening for this,
Fire.
I love it.
So
It's
good.
great. I will say with this series, it's more serious, but there's a lot of comedy to it because of the way the two main characters behave in this post-apocalyptic world. And the more you find out about them, the funnier all these things get. And then at the very end of the season, there's some real fucked up stuff.
Oh yeah.
Some real fucked up stuff. And now they don't really like show what happens, but you can pretty much infer what that guy did.
Is it gonna get a season 2? You think?
Considering the score, I'm not sure, but I think the reason they cut it off was specifically because they don't have enough source material.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the reason for too many losing heroines as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Source material is their biggest monetization avenue for anime. Like, they make more on selling books and stuff than actual like revenue from streaming services and all that. That's been a thing for cartoons since forever.
Now, how would you feel if I told you the best selling, or I guess it was the number 6, the best selling anime or manga this season?
Over Magical Girls?
No, it's Medica.
This season is what.
This season. I'm hoping for season 2, and then they can just cut it right there.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I still think it's a boring as hell manga, though.
Yes.
but yeah, I always preach about Heavenly Delusion because I feel like more people need to watch it. There was also a really funny moment to me that came out when they were doing like the whole protest thing, and then the one dude in the crowd throws the rock, and then one of the guards who was almost hit by it takes it and throws it back, and then it bounces off the side and it hits the chick, and they all start talking about violence is wrong, even though someone on their side started.
Oh my
It
god.
was a little funny moment to me that I thought was like, yeah, that seems about right.
Yep.
That seems about right.
Very true.
Yeah. Did you want to talk about that or?
Well, we kind of already brushed upon Dr. Stone. I think that New World is probably like the best of Dr. Stone. The plot just really picks up, and like the characters are great. Like, I don't know what else to say. It's just like all the buildup that we've gotten like led to there, and it's just amazing.
Yeah, I think New World is probably its best season so far. I gave part 2 a masterpiece. I had nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Danger's in My Heart.
Mm-hmm.
S tier romance.
S tier.
I want to first start out and say that everyone, I'm talking like everyone in my experience, watched episode 1. And from what I saw on Twitter, I was the only one that liked it. I was really surprised that the series, I don't think, started off very well. They said the main characters, like this doom and gloom loner, and he looks weird, and he gives off some like bad aura or whatever. And I was like, no, this is good. And then everyone started liking it.
Well, as far as this goes, that's I think a trend that a lot of people follow when it comes to anime. Is people have like a very like volatile emotional reactions to certain like things that they don't like. This is why you see like huge amounts of like reaction to like Mushoku Tensei or Berserk or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
My Dress Up Darling, they perceive something as like wrong or whatever, and they want to be the cool person who goes out and like is the first to hate on it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That, or they genuinely just won't pay attention to what's being said about those characters and why they are the way that they are. Like, they didn't give it enough time to actually see, like, Ichikawa interact with anyone. They literally just saw him behaving like a fucking goofball.
Yes.
He was pretending like he wanted to kill people and never actually paid attention to anything that the series was saying. That is one of my big issues with the way that people respond to anime as of late. And I've made a couple of videos about that with, like, people who instantly hopped off of the Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian hype train when the sister thing happened, and I'm like, let's just put this in context and analyze everything that's going on that would lead her to behave this way. Like, yeah, I think you people are jumping to conclusions way too quickly about her actually wanting to bang her brother. She's literally just being the troll. That's her whole character.
Yes.
She just wants to troll people.
Yes, and as Alex said, Danger's has 6.9 on Mal when episodes 1 through 3 rated. I remember that too. By the end, it went up to an 8.2. Exactly.
That's fucking crazy. Did it really?
Yes.
It has an 8.23.
It has an 8.2, but
yeah.
I didn't watch it right when it came out. I watched this later in the year when the dub came out.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, you watched it probably like more than a year ago, yeah. So no, I remember it first came out and people hated it.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Like, I mean, I was like, oh my god, you have nothing to judge. Like, I mean, we have seen one character analyzing another character, and then they have an interaction by the end of the episode. Like, I was like, you have nothing to judge.
I was sitting there like, sure, Ichikawa is weird, but Ana Yamada is like an amazingly endearing character.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like, she's just fun to watch.
Exactly. No, this series is legit amazing. I don't think it's a perfect 10. Not even season 2. I gave that a 9. But it's a really damn good romance. It is really good.
Oh, the intro to season 2.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's fun. That was fun.
It's a really good show. I think we can all agree it's great characters. The romance is just there. You got the 3 little guys in the background just being perverts, you know?
Yes.
The boys being boys.
Boys
yes.
being boys.
Dude, I like how he goes, dude! Like on the phone and everything. Dude, I wonder if Yamada will do that. And then he's just like over here in his mind being like, dude, don't sexualize her like that.
Literally, it's like, what? It's just wild.
Ichikawa is such a tryhard, and I love it.
I love it, yeah.
I don't even think you liked it to begin with in the first episode.
I think I was just creeped out at first because it's like, what? I mean, I can even say, looking back, like, they really just kind of had the edgelord type thing and then, like, took it away completely. It's like he doesn't think of that about anyone anymore. I mean, he still likes his murder stuff. He's still kind of like emo-y. But it's like
character development.
Yes, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's gone completely. So of course you don't have to hate that anymore because it's gone.
Yeah.
No, I watched specifically because of.
Oh yeah, she's great. She's just wild, a wild character. Okay.
I mean, as time goes on, Ichikawa becomes another point of like interest. But those first couple of episodes, it's all Anna just being Anna.
Yeah, she carries the show on her back.
A Danger season 1 is an 8, in my opinion, and then season 2 is a 10 in this guy's opinion. That's fair ratings.
Yeah,
fair.
that's good. Makes sense. But moving on, I watched Skip to Loafer. I really liked that show. I think any show with just a good cast of characters is just gonna be good. I mean, like, you have your the girl that wants to literally be president, or well, whatever it is in Japan, prime minister. But she just wants to be that, and then the guy who's like a golden retriever, basically. He just kind of is that character, and then all the friends that she kind of makes along the way. I don't really know how else to describe it other than that. It's just the kind of wild show in general. I mean, there's the drama of it all. I mean, it's kind of, I almost want to say it's kind of like a slice of life, but it's not at all. Obviously, it's like plot driven.
I've heard a lot of good things about Skip and Loafer.
Yeah.
But I never ended up watching it.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe this very well, but I don't know. I think it's just a fun, it's a very feel good. Like, she's basically like pushing the main guy to be better in a sense without really doing anything. She's just being her.
Yeah.
And by being her, she's pushing him to be better as well, in a sense.
So we got Mixes back saying, emo death kid, it was a pseudo murder fetish for Dangers.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
And Tony Kawa season 2 continues to give me diabetes.
Yeah.
Tony Kawa is good. It feels like, I don't know, I would say it's like a, where did I put it when I did all the romance rankings? Shit. It's not my favorite, but it is definitely like the goofy series, wholesome goofy series that I would recommend if you're
Brittany's not a fan of that, of the fluffiness,
I don't think it's that fluffy. I don't know. It's just kind of cringy to me, honestly.
I think that's kind of part of the point.
I know, but I just can't. I'm sorry.
I'm also interested in the science fiction immortality part of it.
Yeah, that's what's more interesting to me, is that part of it.
So the fact that they're basically insinuating that Tsukasa is like Kaguya or something.
Yeah, the princess, yeah. That's crazy. Alright, let's see. I don't... Stop me if you need to want to review it.
Well, he's like the...
I do want to talk shit about
about
Kamikatsu for a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
What is that? Oh.
You open a series up with a dude waking up in another world.
Oh, yes.
Getting cranked by some chick.
Yes! Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then the laziest animation of taking stock footage and slapping an anime character's face over.
The freaking, what was it? Tractor? Oh god.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this whole series was a steaming pile of
garbage.
Yes. It was a dumpster fire.
It was.
It was a fun dumpster fire that we would watch highlights of every week.
See, I got through about I got to the point where the one knight guy gets killed and then reincarnated as a woman, so they keep dressing outfits. At that point, I was like, you know what? There is nothing in this series that I find interesting whatsoever. Genuinely nothing.
Yeah, no, I think even the dude that was riding the tractor actually became an antagonist in the show.
What? I don't know. I don't know anything. We're just making it. This is just
Lord
crazy.
Of the tractors.
The Lord with the tractors.
The tractors,
yes.
ox, and bulls.
Yeah. I will say, some of these I still want to watch. I've heard good things about Insomniacs After School, but I have not watched it.
Apparently, I liked
Interesting.
I ended up dropping that after, I don't even know, 4 or 5 episodes. I don't know. It was just too slow.
Tell us why, man.
Yeah, why did you like it?
I can't really tell you why I liked it.
Great answer.
I'm not really. No. I just like the characters.
I can understand that.
And the way that they did their whole relationship, to where they effectively wanted it to be, or she wanted their relationship to be more on equal terms than what they actually had, and she was afraid basically that her mind control ability was affecting their relationship, and that they couldn't argue or disagree. I thought that was a really nice point that they made, that in those relationships you do need to be able to disagree with people, to be able to voice your own opinion and all that in order to make things work. That part of it I thought was a really nice touch. Other than that, it's just kind of like a generic romance, so I can understand why a lot of people won't like it. But I enjoyed it.
I don't think we hate it because of anything you really described.
Yeah, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. I just think I was just bored.
It doesn't stand out very much. I think that's the big issue.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think I watched. Let me see.
We're gonna click on it.
I think I watched.
I'm the type of person to appreciate some.
2. I watched more than 2 episodes.
Yeah, I watched 2 episodes. I thought it was fine, but I think I enjoyed episode 1, and then I watched 2, and I wasn't really vibing with it much anymore. But it wasn't because there was really any problems with it. It's just I didn't really find it to be my type of show. Yeah.
Pretty much.
All right. I think most people know my opinion on Eden Zero, but it's definitely probably in my top 5 animes of all time. I mean, I just love it. This was a good season. Hoping season 3 gets announced very soon now that Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest is over.
Yeah.
I know Farmagia is airing, which is the creators kind of working on that. But I think Eden Zero is just a very fun series with fun and likable characters. And season 2 went down the dark route of, the reason why people started liking Eden Zero, season 2 and as the plot progresses, because season 3 is getting into a big ass war arc, is it went darker than what the fairy tale author usually ever writes, and people die. And I think that's why it got a little bit of hype when the manga was around. Now that it's over, I don't think a lot of people really liked that final arc, which it's very understandable. But we're right now in the season. If Eden Zero gets a complete adaptation, it'll have 2 more seasons, and that'll be it. So I think 3 will have a little bit more of the hype. But if it ever gets that completed, I think I could see manga fans starting to be like, yeah, they're just, because it didn't really have a good ending either, like most shonen nowadays, it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's Eden Zero. I assume you want to talk about that.
Yeah, Clueless First Friend. Peak. I love this. I like my fluffy stuff. I like my fluffy stuff. Who doesn't like their
first episode?
Oh, you did? You're wrong for that answer. I have read the manga too. I'm literally caught up. That is how much I love this show.
No, it was one of those things where it was just a time constraint thing, and that was the one I decided to drop, and I've never gone back to it.
Well, go back. Just go back. That's all I'll tell you.
I watched too many seasonals to go back now.
Go back.
Exactly, yeah.
I understand. I don't know. It's just fluffy and cute. I don't know.
So we got Mixes saying sometimes shows can just feel boring, no dislike reasons. Exactly. Eden Zero is go. I've seen season 1 of Eden Zero. How's season 2? Well, you just heard me, so it's good. I think it's way better than
show,
season
love
2
it, yeah.
or season 1.
But this is my little wholesome show. I don't know. All these. This is also what happens in Dangerous. Right? You have the freaking shy character that gets pushed by the more outgoing character to be better. It's literally just that, because she literally has no friends. Everyone calls her the Grim Reaper and is bullying her. And then this new kid comes and is clueless as to what it really means to be the Grim Reaper and hated. So he's like, "Oh, it's so cool that you're the Grim Reaper. Let's be BFFs." And that's literally everything in the show.
So as Crimson says, you like fluffy stuff.
Yes, I like fluffy stuff. Who doesn't want to feel good? It's just great. And there's other characters that also help push it.
Fluff has its place. You can't just sit there and watch Attack on Titan and Berserk the whole time. You need to feel happy.
Exactly. This is my happy show. So yes, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Okay.
I don't think I put Rokudo's Bad Girls on my list, but this was definitely one of
Honorable
my favorite
mention.
shows. Definitely an honorable mention. Did you watch it?
It's all the way down there.
Did you watch it, Crimson? Do you hate it?
No, sorry. I was scrolling through Twitter and someone posted a GIF of some huge anime titties.
Whoa!
I was like, because you had this reaction of like, what? And I was like, did I say something wrong? Like,
No, I was checking some messages on Twitter, and when I moved over, that was the first thing that came up.
That's funny.
It's just some massive jiggles, okay?
okay,
You're
okay.
forgiven.
But as far as Rokudo's Bad Girls goes, I never watched it. I saw clips of it and considered it, but I was just like, I'm not really into aggressive girls, so...
I feel that.
Well, I found out how the manga ends, and he actually chooses one girl. And we find out the entire time, so this is spoilers for people that don't want to know. I'm sure you don't care, Crimson, so.
Yeah.
But he ends up with the blonde girl.
Obviously.
We find out that even after she's not under the spell anymore, she still just kind of liked him. Like, basically, we get this guy to get cursed that all these bad girls, like him. Oh my God, they removed the harem tag from it.
Oh,
That's
wow.
crazy.
It
Wow.
used to have the harem
It had
tag.
the harem tag on it because all the bad girls fell in love with him because of the curse that I think his grandfather kind of put on him in the first episode.
It was a scroll, right?
Yeah, it was a scroll,
It was a scroll that his grandfather had.
And he read it and it cursed him basically.
It cursed him as well.
So the whole point of the show, because I was reading comments on my anime list and people talking about it, because I didn't understand the hate for it. Not just because of the harem part. It's because the guy is basically reforming these girls into better people. And they fall out of love with him after he's accomplished that. Basically, he attracts the girls with the spell. They fall out of love with him.
Once they're not bad.
Once
girls
they're not
anymore.
bad girls anymore, and we find out that the blonde girl, who is obviously entranced by the spell and everything, has just kind of liked him even with it on. She's just liked him. So it's cool to see that in the last chapter. They're like, oh yeah, that's my girlfriend, and I'm like, oh, that's great. I'd love a season 2. I don't think it's the best show that aired this season, of course. But I definitely had a lot of fun watching it and just seeing the characters just kind of become better. And there was some delinquent fight scenes and everything, which I'm not a big delinquent guy, so it was just cool to see that it caught my attention like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Peak.
So we got Birdie Wing Golf Girls.
Yeah, we're just gonna skip over that.
Isn't that the one that goes from golf to international assassin?
Yes, that is.
Oh my God. It's just wild.
There's rocket launchers and shit.
Yes. The government gets involved in golf and stuff.
All right. We're going to the next season.
All right, we're going to summer now. Oh, well, Mixa says...
I will say spring brought us Black Clover, Sword of the Wizard King. That was a really good movie.
Oh, yeah.
We forgot the movies.
Mixa says hypnotized women for the win.
Oh my God.
Did you want to talk...
We know what he searches on Greenhead right now.
Do you want to talk about any movies that we might have missed?
The only ones that I would note would be Suzume from 2022, because I'm a huge Makoto Shinkai fan.
Yes.
Suzume, I love those movies. And then Sword of the Wizard King. Those are really the only ones that I would mention.
No, good picks. Yeah, no, I agree. So,
Summer.
Summer. So, I don't think you have JJK on, or you don't have it on your list. So, if you want to skip that, we can.
Shibuya arc was cool, but I still think JJK lacks in the story department. That's just my opinion.
I can agree. Mushoku Tensei, definitely one of the best animes of all time, if not probably my favorite. I know ReZero's kind of for you.
It's in my top 10, and when it comes to isekai anime, this and ReZero are literally the two best isekai anime you can watch.
Yeah.
Oh, what did Crimson say? I think he called you out saying something about what you read, what manga you read. Yeah, you know.
Oh my goodness, roast.
Mushoku Tensei. Yeah, like I said, I like it. I mean, I fell in love with this like episode 1. I mean, season 2 was cool to see the Academy arc. Cool to see Sylphie become basically his
Best girl.
You know his.
She became best girl.
You know his first.
Well, I have a bias. You'll probably notice this with my taste in anime. For silver-haired elf girls. Okay.
Yeah.
They're always
There's
silver-haired.
a trend. I mean, my 3 of my top 10 anime are ReZero, Frieren, and Mushoku Tensei.
Dude, I saw your Elf Girl video with Japan. Welcome to Japan, Miss Elf, and I was like, oh my god.
Another one.
It should have been me, not him.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Exactly.
I love this series. I mean, I could go on and on for hours. But I think just the story and and how Rudy matures. I mean, I understand that this was the ED season, and a lot of people had so many things to say about that.
Yes.
But even when season 2, part 2 aired, with Roxy becoming his second wife and everything, like, it's just very, very interesting to see the characters placed in very unusual drama scenarios and how Rudy kind of matures from it, I feel like.
There is a lot to analyze about this series. That's why I can constantly make videos on it if I really wanted to. There are so many angles at which you can view this series, and particularly when it comes to Rudy, just the whole story of maturity, the idea that you should take life seriously and put in some effort. It's a really good, genuinely a really good message. And this is another series. I mentioned earlier that people have an overly emotional reaction to things that they don't like. This is another series that suffers from it. They see some things that make them mildly uncomfortable, and they immediately freak out and back off without actually analyzing what the whole thing is trying to say. I feel like that does a disservice to this series, the way people react to it that way, because it is a very well-written story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much else.
I think you had Zom 100.
Yes, I love Zom 100.
Yes. It's great.
Sorry, Crimson. Let me read some of the chat real quick. Rudius is the Eminem of Isekai protagonist. Okay. Mixes says Sylphie is best girl, but I still wish she wasn't so okay with the multiple wives / cheating thing. But I'll leave it at that because I was and I will always still be heated.
Oh my god. Okay.
A lot of people don't like the harem thing about it. I don't care.
Exactly.
It's whatever at this point. Whatever.
What
are you gonna do?
I expected it the moment they started introducing multiple love interests.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I was like, okay, that's where this is going. Cool. That was the most obvious thing about it. But to talk about Zom 100 and the unfortunate issue of the last couple of episodes being delayed by months.
Yeah.
I love this series because it is such a funny take on the zombie apocalypse. Where Akira is basically just this corporate slave who hates life up until the world ends and he realizes he doesn't have to go to work anymore.
Yes.
Pretty much.
That was great. I love the intro to this series. I like the art style for it. Everything, just the shark with legs, everything's so fun.
Yeah.
It's just great.
And it was even better because, I'm not gonna lie, I got absolutely smashed because I had a week off and I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna sit and just watch this whole thing and drink. So in a day, I watched this whole thing and
Oh my
drank
gosh.
a whole 6-pack, and by the end I was like,
That was a terrible decision.
it was a terrible decision. Absolutely a shit decision. But I still loved the series. I was like, it was genuinely funny to me. Even without the alcohol. I love the concept of it, the idea of balancing work and personal life and stuff like that. Akira's character, a lot of the others, Beatrice.
Yeah, Beatrice, man.
She's great.
The German weeaboo.
Literally.
This is definitely a series to recommend to people that, I mean, it's a zombie apocalypse and they're literally running away from it with he's like 25, isn't he? Like, I mean,
Something like that, yeah.
him and his buddy are like 25. You got the girl who's trying to become a doctor, and then you got your German weeaboo, traveling together, facing zombies, running away, not having to work a day in their lives again. So
Yeah.
it's just, that's up your alley, It's good. It's a good show.
Agreed. Continuing on. We're just gonna skip My Happy Marriage.
I have nothing more to say about My Happy Marriage.
Okay. We'll just say that good first season. Good first season.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm just like I said, if we're skimming through anything, Crimson, just let us know.
Mandatory dunking on Rent a Girlfriend as a cold series.
Yes, that's down more.
Oh yeah.
Dark Gathering. I genuinely think you're better off reading the manga. The manga is good.
Oh, you think so? Because we've watched the anime. Do
Yeah.
you think that the anime was worse than the manga probably is, or do you think it's on par?
I enjoy reading the manga for the series more than I enjoyed watching the anime. Like,
Interesting.
Okay.
I was not a huge fan of it.
Do you think it's scarier to read it than to watch it? Question mark?
There's nothing scary about that series.
Okay, if you say so. Okay. I was scared. I mean, I guess because they have jump scares. You cannot tell me that it's not scary at all.
It's an anime. There is nothing scary about anime.
Yes, when main girl smiles that really creepily way when she starts talking about her love for her main...
That's just normal yandere shit.
Okay, you can't be a little scared about that?
If you're scared about that, don't ever fucking turn the lights off. Christ.
It's just a creepy smile, okay? It's a little creepy.
Okay, so what? So what?
Dude.
If a girl smiles at you like that, at least you know she loves you, okay?
Yes, and I agree. There's nothing wrong.
Dude, 25 weeks of her going, oh my god, that scared me.
What are you doing?
I don't think there was much left.
Wow, just skip everything.
There's really not much left in summer.
I feel like you skipped stuff that I like.
Unique skill where the dude gets a fucking gun to
Oh.
jump from a monkey. Explain how that fucking works.
I mean, I was going to say, the only thing that I would mention would be Rory Kenshin came back.
Attention. Yeah,
That got a
I didn't
reboot.
watch that first season.
I like it.
Saint Cecilia and Pastor Lawrence. There's another good fluff series.
Yes, I didn't watch that. You would think I would. I just couldn't. And then Hulk was good. Hulk was a good show. I wish they freaking completed it. They're like, we could have like a few more episodes to finish it off, but no, you could read the manga.
Yeah, I agree. Crimson horror anime is never scary.
Okay. Maybe I'm just special. Just don't worry about it.
Level 1 Demon Lord and One Room Hero. Never watched the anime, but I've been reading the manga for a little while.
Did you watch Tempuru?
Tempelu.
Where is that?
That's right next to Hulk.
No, I didn't. I didn't watch that one.
Don't. Just don't. I think that's it. I forgot Grunge came out. Fully Grunge. We'll just
I
skip
watched like 3 episodes of like
one of
one,
them.
One of them. I don't remember which
There's
one.
so many now.
Shoegaze.
Oh,
or something
shoegaze.
Like that.
Gosh, trash.
Shoegaze was kind of good.
I didn't like it. It was kind of trash.
Dude, I watched like 3 episodes of it. I'm like,
I think it's only 3 episodes.
I mean, I don't know. I have a guy that I've streamed with who really likes the original Fooly Cooly.
Yeah, the original's pretty decent. There's nothing wrong with it.
But
They just milked it.
any of the like follow-ups have been
As good.
You never have to touch on Eden Zero, we know, LOL. Like Mushoku Tensei.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I don't think there's anything else in here that I would talk about.
Yeah, so we'll just go right to fall.
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 Okay.
Your elf.
My 2 favorite anime of the year.
Okay.
So let's start off with Freerun. Yeah.
I was gonna say Freerun, which is one of my all-timers. Just like a simple, straightforward, really well-written series. And this is another one where like I could get really deep into like what makes this series so good. Not just from like the production element of it, but like the themes of it and the messaging that's behind it that a lot of people seem to confuse like every freaking time. But I got into this manga way before the anime was announced. I'm like, you know what? This is really good. And then the anime got announced. I started talking about how good it was going to be. Saw a lot of people see the trailer. And I'm like, not really interested. This seems more. And then they immediately turned around and pretended like they never talked shit about Freerun.
Yes.
Yeah.
They always do that, don't they?
And dude, what about the whole, killing demons is wrong, you know?
Yeah. I actually did like when that whole video came out where the guy did the moral question that broke Freerun. I did a whole stream with another guy talking about everything that was wrong with that fucking video.
Wow.
But yeah, Silver Hair Elf, Freerun, and it's one of my favorite series of all time because it's really just like, hey, take some time to appreciate the simple things in life while they last because you're gonna miss them when they're gone.
Yeah.
Those things that you really don't think about very much, just be thankful that they're there because you're going to miss them when you don't have them.
Yeah, I can agree.
I do think it was crazy that they had 28 episodes.
Yeah.
They had a lot.
And they're all really, really well animated. I mean, that last fight was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stark. I like Stark too.
Me too, man. Who doesn't like Stark?
Stark's great.
He smells like me for real, never confessing feelings. Makes us sad.
That's just sad, man.
No, but I genuinely do think Freerun is like an all-timer when it comes to anime. It's just good.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Here's hoping they don't fuck up season 2 though.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah. All right, you got.
I'm really excited to see them do the whole like Golden Lands arc. That's
Will that
gonna cause some heads to explode.
Will that be the next arc?
That will probably be the end of season 2 if they do it.
Oh wow.
Okay. That'd be cool.
All right, Apothecary Diaries.
I guess you can go first.
I love this series. I mean, it's a solid series, but the biggest thing that impressed me is how technically it's written.
Yes.
It does a lot of like mystery of the week stuff, and the big wow factor for the season for me was getting to the end, and then they tell you that all of those little mysteries that you had been following up to that point were all related in some way.
Right? It's like the puzzle pieces come together.
Holy shit, that is incredible writing right there.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, like the whole way you're enjoying it because the series is good. That intro number 1, Hana ni Nate, is amazing.
Both of them are really good. I just love them.
I don't like intro 2. Intro 3.
Intro 3 is good.
Intro 3 is good. Intro 2 sucked. Intro 1 was amazing.
It's funny. I like all the intros. Wow. But I do not like any of the EDs.
Someone throwing something out there?
No, that was me. I was moving. But no, I don't like any of the EDs, really. Personally, I just like the OPs. But
yeah, I mean, the characters are well written. I like mystery.
Me
so
too.
This really appealed to me. It's kind of the same thing with like Amaku MD.
yes, agreed.
Or Inspector. I like series like that. So that part was cool. Like I said, characters were good. They had the little bits of humor and stuff in there to switch it up a bit, make things funny and more entertaining. Overall, just a solid series. Like if Freerun hadn't come out, it probably would have been my favorite of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really watch a lot of Freerun, so this was my favorite of the year, was Apothecary Diaries. It's just great. I mean, there's really nothing you could say. I mean, I just agree with you and everything, pretty much. Like, the characters are pretty great. Everything's kind of tied together. And I think the best part of it is I don't know what's happening next. Like, you can maybe try to figure it out, but you're like, you can't. You just can't. I'm sorry. I'm
that first season gets you to like gets you with like the hey, you should pay attention to the little details. And you're like, ah shit, and then you start paying attention to the little details. You don't know what any of it means.
Yes, exactly. I have no clue. And then they're like, here you go, boom. And I'm like, what the hell? What? Pretty much. Yeah. So.
It's a good series, and I can't imagine not watching it.
Yeah, I can't imagine not watching it, right?
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be me, huh?
Oh, exactly, right? Yeah. So we got some sequels like Shield Hero Season 3 and Eminence and Shadow 2, which I feel like we kind of,
already
talked
touched
about.
upon, so I don't think we need to rehash everything.
Shangri-La.
Oh, Shangri-La. Wow.
A series that has not had a bad opening ever.
Exactly.
Even the EDs are really good. Like,
I thought I wasn't gonna like this most recent one, but like a couple of times through it, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm listening to this on loop now.
Yeah, no, it's great.
It's amazing.
It's on my gym playlist.
Right. I know, it's such a bop. I just love it.
I like Shangri-La, yeah. Sorry.
This series, it does a lot of things. There are some issues, like a lack of stakes in a lot of the fights. They do fix that once you get into like Weathermon and then the rematch against Lycagon.
Yeah.
They actually have some level of stakes to them. But the big thing I like about this is that it just reminds me of playing games in my teens with my friends, like Monster Hunter, Destiny, Borderlands. Like we would just goof off like the main character does in the banter,
All the time.
all of that stuff reminds me of effectively my teen years, my high school years. It's fun. Other than that, I mean, it's a well-written series, a well-animated series, and overall, it does the game world thing better than most game world anime.
I agree. I first started Shangri-La, really, thinking it was good, and I slowly grew to love it the more it went on. Like, I just think a lot of the characters are pretty funny, and I wouldn't say pretty original, but like you don't see characters like the blonde dude with his girl disguise, and then the purple hair girl who's kind of a bitch and everything, selling all these stuff and calling people out and everything. Like these feel like real people. Like I'm like watching, like they actually have flaws and everything. And I think seeing Sunraku not be overpowered, but just very smart in games is just what makes it, good.
Yeah, he's not overpowered. He's like genuinely skilled.
Yeah.
And has all like the tactical knowledge and experience to handle the situations he's put in. Well, most of them, because I mean he gets cursed for a reason.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think season 1 was pretty good, especially with that second core fight with the samurai, the Wazaimon, or I forgot what it was called. Yeah. And then it showed a lot of the characters, just kind of, how they're thinking, why they're in this game. And then I think season 2 has done a really good job just kind of setting up what's to come for season 3, because as someone that's been reading the manga of Shangri-La, I don't know if you do, Crimson.
I kind of want to get into it once season 2 is done here.
So they're adapting Abyss City arc, or part 1 right now. The GGC should be a couple episodes of the remainder of season 2, and that will be mainly all of season 3 too. It's a long arc. But it's a good one. It's a really damn good one. And then we go back to the Abyss City Part 2, which is also really long. That would be like a season 4. I think we got some good stuff coming. Yeah.
Pretty much. Continuing on, we already talked about Dr. Stone.
I'm not a big Undead Unluck guy.
100 Girlfriends. Gotta speak about 100 Girlfriends.
100 Girlfriends amazing.
Peak. That is a peak show.
So one of the clips that gets passed around about me comes from my review of the 100 Girlfriends manga. It's basically a clip of me like talking about something that happens.
Yes, I saw the video.
Incest is wincest, and then just tipping the bottle up and chugging the whole thing.
Yeah, girlfriend number 12, right?
Luckily, we're not getting there. Not in the anime.
Anyway, this series is just genuinely fantastic with how crazy and humorous it is. I like all the characters. For having a huge cast, they don't blend together because they're so tropey. They feel like they feel very much like individuals.
Yes.
And the fact that they're willing to parody literally anything, like the Super Saiyan baseball stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Chala had Chala playing in the background.
Yes, they had a One Piece reference too for Zoro in the same episode.
And then they had the Yamcha episode and the karaoke
yes.
where they like fell in the crater.
There will be another Zoro reference if you read the manga or if they continue adapting the series. Like there will be another one of those.
That was awesome.
They haven't introduced Kendo Chick yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just, I mean, I just love the show. Like, me and him, we literally can watch the sub and then the dub and get two different experiences.
Oh,
Pretty
it's
much.
amazing.
It's just great. I mean, like, I don't even know. It's just amazing. Like, if you don't watch it, you need to. Like, that's literally all I could say.
There's so much stuff I'm looking forward to seeing from the manga. Like, it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah. Basically, once this season is over, I'm definitely picking up the manga 100%.
I'm really looking forward to seeing if they adapt to the end of the world chapter.
When is that chapter?
I believe if it gets done this season, it'll probably be like the very last episode.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Okay, they cut chapter 37 this week and adapted 38 and 39, so...
They might just cut it. You never know.
Well, it's kind of like one of the funny arcs of the series, or chapters of the series. I doubt they would cut it because, I mean, it's another one of those like really unhinged things.
Okay. Always fun. Always fun. Okay.
Basically, just leave it to Kusuri to create some sort of out of control monstrosity.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one the Apocalypse one was. I'm not sure if you mean Apothecary or if...
What?
Oh, well, Caleb Watson was wondering, wait, which one was the Apocalypse one? I don't know if
The
they...
end of the world, I'm sure, is what they're
Oh,
talking
the end of the
about.
world? That's 100 Girlfriends.
Yeah.
They're just talking about...
Now,
That would be.
there's a chapter where someone takes too much medicine, and we'll leave it at that.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Ragnar Crimson, Tokyo Revengers.
There's really not.
There's our dating story,
I'm not
Dad.
talking about
There's
that.
our dating story.
I don't know why you like that. I do not really care for that show.
Did anyone watch Kingdoms of Ruin?
No.
No. Did you?
Okay, good.
Is that the one by Our Dating Story?
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I like Our Dating Story. I think the whole... I mean, I started reading the manga before even the anime got adapted. So just seeing this guy hook up with, like, the hottest girl in school, and then we find out that, like, they're just rumors about the main girl just sleeping with any guy like she likes, but they actually become a real relationship. So it kind of reminded me, I think, of 3D Kanojo Real Girl, but I don't know, just kind of remind me of that. And I just enjoyed the characters, and his friends kind of hook up with
The other two girls.
the other two girls, and you know they're in a relationship. I like all the ones where they're in relationships to start off with, you know. I feel like you didn't like this one, Crimson.
I never watched it, so I have nothing to say about it.
That's
Okay.
fine. It's okay, I guess.
I think it's a good romance. I
Yeah.
mean, I think the beginning is kind of the stereotypical, you know, stuff. The hot girl, weird guy, and they just start in a relationship, go on dates. But it reminds me of 3D Kanojo a lot because they actually, you know, bring up a lot of issues with each other, which is what I've liked in a lot of romances, especially when they're together.
is that they'll actually talk about someone doing a really dumb mistake or saying something to someone that the partner didn't want them saying, and it actually causes like them to kind of argue and figure out their problems and to communicate a lot better. And this is another series like 3D Kanajo that kind of does that. Even if the blonde girl can kind of get a little too carried away at times and not have to run away at something that happens.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Continuing on.
Yes, but I sped through the ending. It's a bad show. The Pen Magic Show.
Oh, wait.
I
for the one, this one, I'm sure is what he's talking about.
Oh, the Kingdom of Ruins. Okay.
I assume.
Yeah, I dropped it after they did the whole moon thing. I'm like, all right, you're blitzkrieging the whole story. Yeah, I'm not interested.
Oh, wait.
So Brittany wants to talk about I'm in love with the villainess.
It's really funny that you don't want to talk about this because he's the one who showed it to me. He's like, oh, you'll love this. And then, of course, he was right. Because it's literally just all I could just say is gets transported into an Otome game or reincarnated into one. And that the girl is in love with the villainess. It's a girl's love. I mean, like, the villainess does not want her at all. But, that's the funny part of it, I guess. I don't know what else other than that to say. It's just a comedy where it's like, she's just like, well, you're going to like me anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Girlfriend came back this season,
Yes, girlfriend.
Miggy and Dolly was something I watched. Shy also came out that I watched.
Shy, the superhero show that felt like it should have been a magical girl show.
Yeah.
I can understand that, yeah.
Yeah. There was reincarnated as a pig, Inukai's dog,
Inukai's pig.
Butareva or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buta no liver.
Buta liver, yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's really nothing else
Yeah.
that we watched.
I think that's it. Unless you got anything you want to talk about or something.
No, I said my piece about Kingdom of Ruin being an overly edgy fucking revenge story with no backbone whatsoever.
Okay. Let's see. Mixa says, "LOL. If it was IRL, she'd get a restraining order."
Oh, the show that I was
Villainous,
talking about. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like on the side of like, really? Because she basically coerces the villainess's dad to make her the villainess's maid. And like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh. But, I mean, they touch upon some interesting things because the villainess is like, well, I don't like you because you're gay, basically. And then, like, they have, like, a whole conversation about, like, well, that's not right. So, like, that's just my preference. Like a whole I'm like, what is this in this anime?
They literally had a whole, like, conversation about how, like, being gay is okay.
And I was like, in an anime? Okay.
I was a little shocked by it, to be honest.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
So yeah, I wanted to, if you have nothing else to talk about, Crimson, I was wondering if you wanted to shoot off any seasonal animes that are airing this season, any like highlights that have happened in the last couple weeks that since the last time we talked.
Alright. I mean, I started Medalist.
I saw that.
Yes!
I saw your video today.
Let's go.
I just put up that video. That one's been really good. A-Rank Adventure, A-Rank Party, I think got really good with the last episode. Particularly with like the way they handled some of like the revenge stuff. I'm glad that was kind of done and over with.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, my top picks for the season have been pretty much the same the whole way through.
Yeah.
ReZero, Apothecary Diary, Solo Leveling, Shangri-La Frontier, Tying the Namigami Sister, Dad's Been Reincarnated. All that stuff I think all those shows I think are like must-watch shows for the season. Sakamoto Days I've been kind of disappointed with. But the last episode was interesting enough. I like that they did Shin's backstory.
Yes.
And then Dragon Ball Daima, I've really only been in it for the fights since about Tamagami number 2.
Yeah, I mean, good fights. Yeah, I agree.
And then now we get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, so that's been cool.
Can't complain.
Yeah, should Smartphone Isekai have a season 3? Absolutely.
Not.
Absolutely.
I've never watched it. I've been told it is the moldiest slice of bread in the loaf.
It is one of the best isekais out there.
No, it is not. That was probably his first ever anime. That's why he's saying that. It's very generic.
It's like the Rentaro family, you know?
No.
Yes, it is.
It is not that at all. But okay. I can't even differentiate between the girls because they're all basically the same. That's how generic they are.
So, Crimson, I got a hot take for you about solo leveling.
Oh gosh.
What's up?
I kind of thought the new episode was good, but I really didn't understand the overhype besides the animation.
There were some interesting parts, particularly with the lore about the world and stuff. I feel like the anime has done a better job with the story than the manhwa did, particularly because when I was reading the manhwa, and that's where a lot of my judgment of the story came from, I was reading it in such spread out intervals that by the time I would get another volume of it, I wouldn't be as invested in it.
Yeah.
This learning about the potential war and all that stuff. Well, again, that was interesting. I still don't think it has the most amazing story. So really, it's just I like the large scale battles of solo leveling where Jinwoo decides to deploy all his shadows. That part is interesting to me. And the build up to Jeju Island is also something that I've thought they've done well.
I am hyped for that, yeah. I heard good things about the whole build up to Jeju Island. How about in all of our opinions, what anime should have its season 3? I don't.
Season or just in general?
I don't know. I could give you some sequel stuff that I'd want continuations of, but
Okay, if we're talking about what anime deserves another season, I would immediately say Song of Spider So Long.
that's a good take.
That's
I can understand that.
Honestly, you know what? Screw a second season. Let's talk about a good adaptation.
Yeah.
Something where the studio making it doesn't get screwed over. But I would take a season 2 as well because I love that series. And they're just getting to the good part. They haven't even gotten to the fucking UFOs.
I mean, let me just look at my list real quick. I mean, a lot of the shows that I absolutely love. I mean, I would love a season 2 of Sere Dode Children.
Yeah, I read the whole manga of that. I don't think they'll ever do it because they cut out so many characters. You really can't go back and you kind of try to add them in, but it just kind of.
Maybe Shikimori, D-Fragments I really enjoyed as well.
I
love D-Fragments.
Yes.
That's a good one.
I think I need more Made in Abyss. There's just no material. So, sad.
Yeah, for a season 3, yeah.
Yeah, there's no material for that, but I need it.
I mean,
need it.
Uncle from Another World is something I would love to see as well.
I would like to see Hyoka get finished, honestly. That's another one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No Longer Allowed Another World would be another season.
Do you think Jeju...
Like that one.
Yeah, I would want that, along with Too Many Losing Heroines, which I'm sure we can all agree.
Well, I'll get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Jeju Island is just the Chimera Ant arc from Hunter x Hunter? Because it feels heavily copied.
Oh, wow.
No, there is almost no similarity other than just ants.
Yes.
There are ants, and that is the only similarity between Chimera Ant and Jeju Island. There are ants. That is like saying, isn't Tokyo just a copy of New York City because there's skyscrapers?
Yes.
Brittany, are there any other animes that you'd want to talk about?
From this season?
Yeah, from anything that's... I mean, she recently caught up to The Girl I Hate in My Class.
I did. That's okay. I don't want to talk about that. I don't know.
The ring episode is still the best episode.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I like it. It's just I just can't with harem aspects of shows. I just feel like it's not really necessary to push that. You can't just have it'd be like their friends are pushing them together. You know, it's just this cousin that totally is in love with him, and the friend that literally has confessed to him 5,000 times. and now the new girl.
Yeah.
Like, really? Do we need this in the story? They're already basically
I
married.
think the new girl is just there to sow discord. I think she just wants to drive Saito away.
100%. That's her whole goal.
She's literally your sister. It's kind of funny.
Oh, okay. Wow. Just roasting my sister, okay.
Yeah, I think Medica's getting good. Okay. You know, I mean, after reading the manga, and knowing where they're potentially going to stop in the anime, it's like, oh, this should get a season 2 and then just never touch the series ever again, please. Because after like chapter 70, like I told you, because I haven't had like a conversation with you about it, but I saw the pageant arc. I don't know if you liked that arc at all. I thought it was good.
The pageant arc was mildly entertaining, but after that, I was just like, all right, well, are we gonna go? Are we gonna do anything? Are we gonna go anywhere? Can we speed this up, please?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I think what really turned me off is that Mona's friend just starts having a crush on him, and it just made no sense at all when she was actively just supporting Mona and literally pushing Mona towards Medica. It just made no absolute sense to me. And then I found out from other people that I think there's like a relationship going on with the girl that likes Mona and the glasses guy, and then the other dude and the long hair girl, I think. Then I started reading current chapters of Medica, and I saw that they brought Mona's rival into the school, and she's doing the exact same thing as
what Mona did.
As Mona did in season 1. Oh, if Mona can't capture him, that means I can capture him and be the most popular girl. So a lot of people in the manga community are like, hopefully she falls in love with Mona's brother, because they're hinting at that, I guess. But having another girl just be a part of that that is too much. That is too much. And Crimson's over here like, cool, I'm glad I dropped it.
Right.
I literally have not cared since, I don't know. I don't know how many chapters I got, actually.
Let's see, so I got too much to write to debate Crimson on that, but I'll leave it to personal opinions for the Jeju Island stuff.
Okay.
What do you think needs to be revised from the anime? Aaliyah sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
What? Revised? In what way?
Nothing. It was a good anime.
Do you mean the sister? I don't know if that's what we're talking about.
I think it's fine the way it is. Like, I don't know. There's nothing really wrong with it.
I think Zenshu's getting really good.
Zenshu's interesting.
Something that I, told you about on our stream. I really was not caring much for it, but I think the last 2 episodes have been actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Have you caught up to Zenshu?
I have not watched the last episode.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
What did you think of the whole romance episode?
The first love episode.
I like that we got some backstory on oh God, what's her?
Natsuko?
Natsuko. I like that we got some backstory on Natsuko, but at the same time, it felt like a huge distraction from what was going on with the series up to that point. So
I feel like a lot of people have that opinion, but once you watch the new episode, you'll understand.
Yes, Mangos would have a lot of opinions since he's a light novel reader of Aaliyah.
That makes sense.
But I only ask for Zenshu because not just mixes, but other people on Twitter I know thought that first love episode was a waste of time. And I guess I just never really understood why. I think it gave some pretty good context for the newest episode especially.
I think waste of time is a bit harsh. But to give an example, 365 Days to the Wedding had 2 random detours it took to talk about other people's relationships in that series that I felt interrupted a good flow to the story.
Okay.
So that's what I felt like that episode was. It wasn't terrible or anything. It was just a really weird interrupt that was, I don't know, just it felt out of place.
I can understand that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, I think Honey Lemon Soda had a good episode. So did Guild Receptionist. I think's new episode.
Now we're just.
I know you dropped Appraiser, but I think it had one of the best episodes, I think, like 2 weeks ago. Him fighting, forgot who he fought.
He fought the person who used to
yeah.
abuse him.
That's right.
Basically.
He fought the person that he used to work with in his party, and he got the revenge. The guy that doesn't like Ein got powers. So Ein was fighting that, and Ein was questioning himself, and I thought it was very good. Like I said, Alchemist I think is pretty mid along with Fruit Master, but Fruit Master I think did have a good episode, and I'm just gonna finish it because I'm just 3 episodes until it ends. But
3 episodes to stop the suffering.
yeah,
I don't know why you do that. If I get super behind on a show, it's clear that I probably don't like it.
I dropped Fruit Master after like episode 2. I was like, all right, you know what?
Yeah.
It's official. This series is trash.
I mean it took till episode 9, which was the newest episode today,
For anything to happen.
Listen, I didn't realize the reason why I actually liked the episode was because he wasn't in it at all, and I enjoyed it. Like,
Oh my god.
and they focused on the blonde girl and the plot and everything, and I'm like, oh my god, she's so much better, like, as a character. And I was reading a lot of complaints of why it has a 5 on Mal. Like, someone even like made a post on it, and people are like, there are no stakes. He carries that child around, and puts her in danger, and then has to save her. It's like, these are easily things she cannot go on the journey, and stuff like that. He is such a dislikable character. There is no plot. Like, I mean, I get it. I mean, it frustrates me too.
Yeah.
It was an Apocalypse one with a girl becoming a doctor. Amakum MD. Is that it?
Yeah. What?
The Apocalypse one.
I'm confused. Well, I'm behind on that,
I
but
think you're confusing 2 things. When I said medicine, I wasn't talking about Amaku MD. I'm not talking about doctors at all with that. I literally mean there in 100 Girlfriends there is a end of the world scenario that happens because of Kusuri's medicines.
yes.
And then let's get the highlight of the stream. I dropped Bihi Neko.
Finally.
I'm surprised you watched more than 2 episodes.
I know.
Yeah,
It's
It was
trash.
obviously badly written when the blacksmith couldn't figure out how to make a lighter weapon than a sword.
Yeah. No, I saw your rant video on it, and I was like, why am I watching this?
And in like the most recent episode, he was like skimming through it, and it's like the blacksmith fails to tell anyone, oh yeah, by the way, I'm like super important and I know the king. I'm like, what? I just didn't tell you or anything.
And then Mixes is still watching it, and I'm like, bro.
This is trash.
Bro.
Trash.
That's something I touched on is it literally just serves to titulate. Pun intended. So, like, at that point, why not just open up an incognito tab?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so how is Princess Lessons?
It got better with the episode before this week.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that they were just kind of goofing off in the castle. I was kind of hoping that was what the series was going to be. And then this week just made me hate the brother more than Clark.
Wow.
That's a different take. Yeah.
You know what's interesting is because I'm behind on this, but I think I've watched 3-4 episodes, and then I was like, I'm just gonna read some of the manga, and then I look at the manga and I'm like, is this actually the manga? Because the characters look nothing like the main girl looks absolutely nothing like she does in the manga. I was like, that's weird. And then I start reading. I'm like, okay. I'm like literally just skimming through it because I'm like, I need to know where this is going. And then I'm still gonna watch it, but I'm like, I can understand why people don't like it because like, even in the manga, it's kind of like really like. I think it probably already gets addressed. I just haven't watched it, but it's something like, oh yeah, and by the way, he was actually your first love. Like, what? What do you mean? How does she not remember that? Like, someone just drops that bombshell on her, and I'm like, okay, like what? So
I'm gonna watch the rest of this anime, but like I have not been as impressed with it as I was with the first episode.
the first episode was great. I think that
First
was
episode was really good.
it's great. I think purple-haired girl, whatever her name is, best girl. She's amazing. Should just focus on her.
Honestly, what I was hoping for this series was basically it was just going to be Letty getting up to whatever the hell in the country country, and you would occasionally have Clark come by to try and like get her attention again.
That would have been fun.
Romance stuff from there, but no, it immediately goes back into like depression mode.
You're now jailed into my house, and you're
you are
forced
now
to marry me.
held against your will in my house.
You're gonna marry me against your will. Tee.
Yeah, so going back to Aaliyah, because the person commented, from the anime when it was broadcast, the story didn't match the title. Mostly it featured the older sister, Aaliyah's older sister, and the younger brother, Mashash. I never know how to pronounce his name. In my opinion, this was a bit strange.
The picture on
What do
it?
you mean? It mostly focused on Molly.
What? When did this come out again?
Aaliyah came out in 2024 of summer.
It came out summer last year.
Hold on, we're getting there. We're gonna go back. I'm just gonna click on things so I don't mess your thing up. Summer.
Speaking of anime news, Shield Hero Season 4 confirmed for July.
I haven't watched anything after season 1.
Fair. There's Aaliyah. Here we go.
Is there multiple pictures? There should be. Is there a way to like switch the pictures?
There should be like
Pictures.
yeah. I don't know.
If that's what they're talking about, maybe.
I think Aaliyah is a fine romance. I mean, it's not
Okay.
something I'm going to like say go watch it.
Whoa. Okay.
Well, this isn't the My Anime List stream last night.
Yes. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know. Because I would assume maybe one of these had like the sister, but no, I don't see the sister. Let's check the manga. Because I'm just very confused now. Where is it? Manga. Like, no?
I mean, it's based off the light novel, yeah.
Do you think I should just click the light novel? We're going on a journey.
Pictures. I don't know. I mean, if
We're
Mangoes
looking.
was here.
We're looking. No, it's just her. So I don't know what crack they're smoking.
Hold on. Let's see.
Oh, are you going to look now?
No, I'm seeing if Mangoes will.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
he's
I don't know
there.
what that is. I don't know. So, going back to what we were saying.
Of the Aaliyah's freaking trash, David says.
Ooh. Okay, that's your opinion. It's an okay.
So, Crims, you got any hot takes, actually? Now that we're, like, on this train now?
Hot takes? Oh, I got one that I'll probably be talking about tomorrow, but here's a spoiler for the Attack on Titan stream. Attack on Titan, as far as themes goes, is basically just a more nihilistic and retarded version of Naruto.
I could see that. I could see that, though, to be
They
honest.
are both about how human nature leads to conflict. Except for Attack on Titan decides to say, well, it's all fucking pointless because everyone's just going to kill each other regardless. Naruto at least tries to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan doesn't satisfy with its ending. I still love the series. And like the ending is still like, I understand it. It's not like I'm sitting here like, this is the stupidest thing ever. It's just, the theme of it is human nature causes conflict, and then it's your ending is Eren gets cucked in his own series, and then everyone, then Eldia just gets destroyed anyway.
Yeah, it's like none of this even mattered.
So, how's Ubel Blatt doing?
Oh my gosh.
I haven't watched it since I posted that video.
Are you not, did you drop it?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I was thinking you were, like, hate watching or just comparing it to the manga or something.
No, I don't generally hate watch.
Yeah, I don't think most people do.
I don't know. A lot of
Just you.
people I know love to hate their lives and watch something, so I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
That's not true. I have to. I mean, I'm sorry. It's true that I don't hate watch. If I'm not going to enjoy something, I'm not going to bother watching. I do know some guys who stream. They don't do anime and stuff. They usually do like regular, like they cover a lot of the Star Wars and regular TV stuff that happens.
Oh gosh.
One guy who I'm friends with, he hate watched The Acolyte. So.
Oh my god.
Why do that to yourself?
And Rings of Power. he hates them. And you know what? I actually did sort of hate watch War of the Rohirrim.
Why don't we just?
So
Awesome.
I had expected not to like that show or that movie based on everything I had seen, and I ended up thinking it was just kind of mid.
I got you, man. All right, well, unless you have anything else you'd like to say about any shows, any manga, any hates from anything or whatever's going on, then we're going to call it.
that a freaking wild comparison of AOT to Naruto, but I respect your opinion. I'm serious. I'm serious about that. You want to talk about themes of like human nature causes conflict or trying to resolve conflicts driven by human nature. Tokyo Ghoul, Naruto, and Code Geass all did it better than Attack on Titan. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Attack on Titan's a sick ass show, okay? I love it. The first 3 seasons are like 9s and 10s all the way through.
And then it just drops off.
And then season 4.
And then season 4, part 1, part 2, 3, and 4, you know.
25, yeah. We just go on and on forever.
Season 4, part 3, part A, part 1B, North
The
America.
final act, part 1. The final act, part 2. Final
That was
season.
dumb.
Final season 2. Ugh.
That was so dumb.
Movie 1, movie 2.
Just when you thought it was over, it just kept continuing. It pissed me off.
I'm like,
Oh my god.
Now it's the final attack.
I know, right?
my God.
I'm like, really? The
It's
final attack? Like,
yeah, and we joke because in the like Crunchyroll awards, like every year because they kept freaking doing those small parts. It's like, oh, an Attack on Titan. I'm like, shut the hell up. Stop fucking producing this stuff. So and getting awards for your shit. Just fucking put it in one season and be done with it.
Rest assured, we will be memeing on that live tomorrow night on my channel.
Good.
Yes.
Talking about a lot of Attack on Titan stuff because, well, it's the end of February, so it's another fictional.
Yes, Bangos. I called you, man. We were talking about Aaliyah and I guess some interesting takes.
Oh, he got summoned.
I saw it though. I was like, dude. I was like, you would know them. You would know what we're talking about since
Yeah,
you're
we
a
don't know anything. so-
novel reader.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Basically, the person said from the anime when Aaliyah was broadcast, the story didn't match the title. Mostly, it featured the older sister of Aaliyah and the younger brother of our main character. He thought it was strange.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know what that is. So.
And Masachika doesn't even have a younger brother.
Yeah, I don't know if let me see.
They might just mean
maybe
him.
they mean the younger. Oh no, they're talking about an older sister and the younger brother of Masachika. Yeah, I have no idea.
Who knows?
What were they? I don't know.
I don't even know. Let's just skip over this. I'm getting
High,
confused.
probably. It seems like a high person.
Very high. Very high. Okay, maybe you were smoking a little too much that day.
Maybe it was when you were watching Zom 100 with a 6-pack, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, I had a good time. That's all that matters.
Exactly. So I think, unless we have anything else to say, we could probably.
There's no brother.
There's no brother. Gosh.
Masachika is the brother.
Y'all are confused. Y'all are confused.
This is the kind of stuff I deal with in the anime community. This is the kind of stuff I love to pick apart. There are so many wild ass fucking things.
Yes.
Some of them are mine.
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
guys. I think we're gonna end it there. If there's any last chats or anything you guys want to ask us or anything before we end it, now is the time. Mango says there's Masha, but obviously she's going to be in there. Yeah.
People are so weird. But yeah, we'll give it any lasting questions. Probably
Yeah, any
not.
lasting questions? I mean, I'm just kind of waiting for spring. I think a lot of the shows that
Wanna watch?
that I'm watching now, this season, I think either I've gone off the hype train or I'm just like, okay, you know, usually when I get halfway through a season, especially if it's weekly, the hype will usually die down, unless it's something I really, really enjoy. So, I think I'm just waiting for next season, which is basically a month from now. So.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to end it here. Thank you, Crimson, for joining. Appreciate your takes, and All his information, Twitter and YouTube are in the description if you want to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, thanks again, man, for joining us. And thank you, everyone, for joining the chat and talking to us about the 2022 and 2023 animes. Yeah.